right, program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, the Sportsman Quartet, and yours truly, Doc. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Easter Sunday, and in cities all over the country, people are parading. Right now in Beverly Hills, Jack is getting ready for his stroll down Wilshire Boulevard, as is his custom every Easter. At the moment, he's taking a shower, and Rochester is laying out his clothes.
Mr. Benny's been in that shower a long time, but he always stays in there pretty long. He'd get through sooner if he'd sing in the shower like everybody else instead of playing his violin. But it was pretty clever the way he tied that brush on the end of his violin bow. I'll bet Hyphens can't play Love and Bloom and scrub his back at the same time.
Oh, Rochester. Rochester.
Yes, boss?
I'm through with my shower. Hand me my towel.
Your towel?
All right, the Statler's. Don't be so technical when I'm freezing.
Here you are, and here's your shorts.
Thanks. Gee, that shower was invigorating. You know, Rochester, since I've been dieting, I feel like a new man. I look so much trimmer, don't I?
You look about the same to me, boss.
Oh, don't be silly. I bet I lost a lot of weight. I'll get on the scale and show you. Let's see, here's the card. Let me see what it says. You would be a financial success if you weren't such a spendthrift.
Oh, scale, calm down.
And here's my weight. 102 pounds. Rochester, this scale is way off.
I could have told you that when you read your fortune.
Never mind. Let's check this scale. Rochester, you get on. See how much you weigh, will you?
Okay, let's see if I got a penny. Yeah, here's one. Well, my weight is correct.
What does the card say on the other side?
Let's see. Tell the previous spendthrift he put in a slug.
Well, it's my scale. I can do what I want. Now, Rochester, did you lay out my clothes?
Yes, sir. Your blue suit is on the bed.
My blue suit? No, I wore that in the Easter parade last year. I better wear something else. Answer the door, Rochester. I'll pick out a suit.
Yes, sir.
Rochester always tries to make me look so conservative. This is the Easter parade. I should wear something springy. Let's see, what could I know, I'll wear my white suit. I bet it's as good as the year I put it away.
Boss, Miss Livingston is here.
Oh, yeah, she's walking in the Easter parade with me. Tell her I'll be right out.
Okay. What are you putting on that white suit for?
I'm going to wear it in the parade.
But, boss, I think the blue one would look a lot...
Rochester, I'm going to wear the white suit, and that settles it.
Okay.
Is he ready, Rochester?
He will be in a few minutes. Say, Miss Livingston, that's a beautiful dress you've got on.
Well, thank you, Rochester.
And that belt, are those real diamonds on it?
Uh-huh.
Well, it sure is beautiful. I've never seen a belt like that.
Well, it isn't mine. It belongs to my sister, Babe.
Oh.
Ring Magazine gave it to her when she retired, undefeated.
Oh, yeah, she was light heavy, wasn't she?
Yes, uh-huh.
Oh, hello, Mary. Happy Easter.
Happy... Jack, you're not going to wear that white suit.
Why not? What's wrong with it?
I haven't seen one like that since Admiral Byrd came back from the South Pole.
What are you talking about?
Well, if you're going to wear it, at least wipe that tomato soup satin off the lapel.
That
Same.
tomato soup what? Well, I've heard everything. Wipe that tomato soup satin?
Tomato soup stain off the lapel.
Well, what for? From a distance, it'll look like a red carnation. Now, come on, Mary, let's go. See you later, Rochester.
Goodbye, boss. Goodbye, Miss Livingston.
Bye, Rochester. By the way, aren't you going out walking in the Easter parade?
Yeah, but first I gotta make a call to a girl I have a blind date with. I gotta tell her about a change in plans.
Change in plans?
Yeah, I told her to be on the corner of 6th and Central and look for a man wearing a white suit.
Oh, so that's why. Well, wear our blue one. It's your turn to be conservative. Come on, Mary, let's go.
Gee, there are a lot of people out walking on Wilshire Boulevard.
Yeah. You know, this is a wonderful time of the year. I know there's something in the air, a spirit of awakening, of romance. Makes me feel so young. And you know what they say, Mary? In the spring, a young man's fancy turns to love.
Give me your hand, Jack.
Gee, do you feel romantic, too?
No, we're coming to a curb, and I don't want you to fall on your face.
Hey, Mary, look at that poster in front of the theater. It's Rita Hayworth and Salome doing the dance of the seven veils. Boy, I'd like to see that in 3 dimensions. Gee, she's beautiful.
Jack, your glasses are steaming up. Let's go.
Say, Mary, isn't that Bob Crosby and his wife?
Where?
Walking on the other side of the street.
Oh, yes.
Well, hurry up. Let's cross the street and join them.
But, Jack, it's the Easter parade, and maybe they'd rather walk alone.
Oh, don't be silly, Mary. Bob would be insulted if he thought we saw him and didn't say hello.
Say, June, isn't that Mary Livingston across the street there?
Why, yes. It does look like Mary. But I wonder who that is with her.
Well, I don't know, but from here he looks like Admiral Byrd. Say, whoever he is, he's trying to attract our attention. He's waving his hand.
Now he's waving his hat.
Now he's waving his hair. It's Jack. Yeah, I'm amazed that he's this far down on Wilshire. He usually never gets past the California Bank.
Gee, Bob, I hope he doesn't join us.
Well, why?
Well, I like Jack. But look at the way he's dressed.
Well, just keep walking straight ahead, and we'll pretend that we haven't even seen him.
Oh, Bob! Bob!
Keep walking, honey. There are a lot of Bobs.
Oh, Bob Crosby!
Keep walking, honey. There's another Bob Crosby in Encino.
Oh, Bing's brother!
He's got me.
Well, hello, kids.
Why, Jack Benny of all people. Gee, what a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Hello, Mary.
Hello, June. Say, that's a beautiful outfit you've got on. That mink stole is just exquisite.
It sure is. Is it new?
Oh, no. Bob bought it for me last year when he was with Campbell Soup.
With Campbell Soup?
You know, the outfit that made your carnation. Well, we better be running along now.
Yes, Bob.
But aren't you going to walk with us?
Well, gee, we'd love to, Jack, but the kids are home all alone. We just got to get back to them. See you later.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
That was nice running into Bob and June. Huh?
Yes, it was.
Gee, what perfect weather. Spring, the skies are clear, the flowers are blooming, the sun is shining. Gee, that Rita Hayworth is beautiful. Mary, we ought to see that picture. Well, look who's coming over. My violin teacher.
Bonjour, Monsieur Benny.
Well, Professor LeBlanc. What a surprise running into you.
Hello, Professor.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Professor, you certainly look nice today. Is that a new Easter suit you're wearing?
Mademoiselle, I am a poor violin teacher. I cannot afford to buy new suits.
Well, what do you do with the money I pay you for my violin lessons?
I buy sleeping pills.
Oh, are they any good?
No, after a few days I wake up.
Well, it was nice seeing you, Professor, and don't forget you're giving me a violin lesson tomorrow.
I will not forget. I will tie a string around my finger.
Oh, good.
Better I should tie a rope around my neck.
What?
Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Goodbye. Mary, I can't understand why he hates to give me violin lessons.
I can't understand it either. You play beautifully. I think you're as good a violinist as Fritz Kreisler or Isaac Stern.
Well, Oh, Mary, that was sweet. What made you say that?
I don't know. Wearing this belt has made me a little punch drunk.
Look, Mary.
Duh, a flock of them flew over that time.
Oh, stop. Now, come on, Mary. Let's keep walking. Gosh, there are a lot of people out today. You know, it seems like...
Hello, Mr. Benny. Happy Easter.
Huh? Oh, happy Easter, Mr...
Don't you remember me? I'm the clerk that waited on you in the bakery shop.
In the bakery shop?
Yeah, don't you remember? You came in and I sold you chocolate cake, some donuts, some pastry, and a half a dozen cimarron rolls.
Oh, yes. Say, Mary, this is the fella I told you about. He can't pronounce cinnamon.
I can't, though.
All right, let's hear you say cinnamon.
Cimarron.
You see, Mary?
Look, mister, it's such a simple word. You just pronounce it like it's spelled. Cinnamon.
Cinnamon?
Yes, Cimarron.
Oh, thanks, lady. It's easy when you spell it first.
Yes, it's easy. Hey, look, Mary, there's a photographer taking pictures of couples on the street.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to have him take our picture.
Oh, no, Jack. I'm not going to have a picture taken with you wearing that suit.
All right, I'll have one taken myself. Oh, Mister. I'd like to have my picture taken.
Well, good. Just stand over there, Admiral.
I'm not Admiral Byrd. Now, how would you like me to pose?
Well, first I'd better line you up. There, that does it. Now, would you mind rolling your trousers up above the knees?
Why, do you want to see my legs in the picture?
No, but the less I get of that suit, the better.
Now, wait a minute. I've had enough insults from you.
Hold still. I've got you in focus. Now, open your mouth and smile.
Like this?
Righter.
Why do you want my mouth open so wide?
The less I get of that face, the better, too.
Now, cut that out. If you're a photographer, I'm a monkey's uncle.
Have a penis.
Come on, Mary. I'll get my picture taken some other time. How a guy like that ever expects people...
Jack, roll down your pants leg.
Well, come on, Mary. We'll walk as far as La Brea. Keep walking, Mary.
Oh. Jack, it's Easter. Be nice to him.
Oh, all right. Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Dennis, Mary and I are walking down as far as La Brea. Would you like to join us?
Sure, I'm not stuck up.
Say, Dennis, you're really dressed up today. Is that a new suit?
Yeah, I won it on a quiz program.
On a quiz program?
Uh-huh. I answered all the questions correctly.
You knew the answers to all the questions?
Uh-huh.
Well, what did they ask you, Dennis?
Well, first they asked me what my name was, and I told them Dennis Day.
Gosh, you remember.
Uh-huh. And then they asked me what holiday we celebrate on March 17th, and quick as a flash, I said St. Patrick's Day.
Well, you're a whiz.
And then they asked me who was Secretary of State under President Rutherford B. Hayes.
Uh-huh.
And I told them William M. Evarts.
Dennis. That's right. That's wonderful. How did you know?
I didn't know. I took a wild guess.
Dennis, you took a wild guess and it worked?
It worked when they asked me my name, too.
Jack, we're coming to the La Brea tar pit. You grab his left arm, and I'll grab
Be
his...
nice to him, man. Be nice to him. That's what you told me to do. Say, Dennis, instead of talking and annoying everybody, why don't you sing something?
Well, gee, do you think it'd be all right out here on the street?
Sure, everybody feels good today. It's Easter.
Okay.
Happy Easter, everybody.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. And now let's go out to Jack Benny's house in Beverly Hills. It's such a lovely morning that outside on the front lawn, we hear the splashing of birds in the bird bath. While upstairs, we hear the sound of the shower.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a wonderful feeling that everything's going my way.
Rochester, I'm through showering. You can stop singing now.
Okay.
Say, Rochester, I don't know where you're buying soap lately, but that new bar I just used didn't lather at all.
I didn't know you took a new bar of soap. Did you get it out of the service closet?
No, I found it in the kitchen.
In the drawer?
No, on a dish near the drain board.
Well, congratulations, boys.
Why?
You have just showered with a peeled potato.
A peeled... Imagine showering with a peeled potato.
You now have the skin that lamb chops love to touch.
Never mind that. Here, take this towel and dry my back, will you please?
Yes, sir.
Ah, that feels good.
Boss, you sure have well-developed shoulders.
Oh, thank you, Rochester.
Yes, sir. Did you ever do any fighting?
Oh, yes, a long time ago. As a matter of fact, I won 22 fights. I was known as the Waukegan Wildcat.
Waukegan Wildcat?
Yes.
Why did you quit?
Well, they made us put on gloves, and I couldn't scratch anymore. So I got a manicure and retired. Now, Rochester, while I get dressed, how about fixing me some breakfast?
Yes, sir. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Come in! Come in! Oh, what a beautiful morning.
Oh, hello, Rochester.
Oh, good morning, Miss Livingston. Come right in.
You must be in a good mood. I heard you singing as you were coming to the door.
Oh, I always sing when it's getting close to my payday.
Really? When is your payday?
September 1st.
September 1st, but this is only April. Why do you sing so long before payday?
There ain't much to sing about after.
I know what you mean.
Oh, good morning, Mary.
Hello, Jack. You know, it's so early, I thought you'd still be in bed.
In bed? Are you kidding? I've already taken my shower. Rochester, how about breakfast?
Coming up.
Mary, would you care for something to eat?
No, thanks. I'm not hungry.
You know, Mary, you look kind of cute this morning. You really do. How about a kiss?
Okay. That's funny.
What?
I just said I wasn't hungry, and now I've got a craving for potatoes.
Well, we've got the cleanest ones in town.
What?
Nothing. Rochester, just make my breakfast.
Wait a minute, Jack. What is Rochester talking about?
All right, I'll tell you. This morning when I was taking a shower, I thought I picked up a cake of soap, but it turned out to be a peeled potato. It could happen to anybody.
That couldn't happen to Gracie Allen.
All right. So I showered with a potato. What do you want me to do?
Kiss me, I'm hungry.
Never mind. Rochester, fix me some pancakes.
Yes, sir.
Now, who can that be?
Oh, I'll get it. Oh, hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mary. Is Mr. Benny in?
Yes, he's having breakfast.
Well, I'm sure glad he's here because I got plenty to tell him.
Dennis, what's the matter?
14 years this has been going on, and I've had all I can take. I've stood enough, believe me.
Well, Dennis, what is it?
I wouldn't mind if it was only once or twice, but every week, the same thing, week in and week out. After all, what does he take me for? I'm fed up, I tell you, fed up.
Well, Dennis, I don't know what's on your mind, but obviously you should talk to Mr. Benny.
Oh, I'll say I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to tell him off.
Well, come on, he's in the breakfast room.
Oh, hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mr. Benny. Gee, you're looking well today.
Thanks, kid. What'd you come over for?
Oh, I just happened to be in the neighborhood, and I thought I'd drop in.
Well, I'm glad you did.
Dennis, what are you waiting for? Why don't you tell him off?
What are you trying to do, start something?
Yes, Mary, what's the matter with you?
What's the matter with me?
Yeah.
You've been mistreating Dennis and taking advantage of him for 14 years.
What?
And he's had enough of it. After all, what do you take him for?
Mary, what are you trying to do, make trouble or something?
That's telling her, Mr. Benny.
Now, wait a minute. Look, Dennis, I'm going to straighten this thing out right now. Didn't you come to the door and tell me that you were mad at Mr. Benny?
Uh-huh.
And didn't you tell me that you were fed up with the way he was treating you?
Uh-huh.
And didn't you say you were going to tell him plenty?
Uh-huh.
Then why is it when you walked up to Mr. Benny you were so nice to him?
When I saw his long fingernails, I lost my nerve.
Stop being silly. Now, Dennis, I want to hear the song you're going to do on the program, so go ahead.
Yes, sir.
That was very good, Dennis. It'll be fine on the program. Say, Rochester, is my toast ready yet?
Not yet, boss. It's in the toaster.
Well, say, Mr. Benny, what's this I hear about you going up to San Francisco for 3 weeks?
That's right, Dennis. Next Sunday, I do my television show, and my guest star is Fred Allen. Immediately after my TV show, I fly to San Francisco and open at the Curran Theater on April 20th, and I'll be there for 3 weeks.
Jack, who are you going to have on your stage show?
Well, Mary, I'm going to have the Will Maston Trio featuring Sammy Davis Jr., Giselle McKenzie, and an all-star cast, including Frank Remley.
Frank Remley? What's he going to do?
Nothing, but the stage would look so empty without him lying there. It's going to be a great show. Rochester, what was that?
The toast, it flew out the window.
Oh, my goodness. That piece of toast landed on the lawn, and it'll attract ants. I'll be right back. Well, let's see. It flew out through that window, so it should be right on the lawn. I don't see it. Maybe it flew out into the street. Funny, I don't see it around here either. There's the Coleman's garbage can. It hasn't got a lid on it. I wonder if the toast could have gone in there. Gee, I gotta find her. We'll be loaded with ants. There's several pieces of toast in here.
Jack!
Huh? Oh, hello, Bob. I was just looking for a piece of toast.
Well, Jack, why didn't you tell me that things were that rough? Why, I'd work for nothing.
Bob, you don't understand.
Well, Jack, you can be honest with me. Come on, I'll take you down to the market and buy you enough food to last for 2 months.
Bob, I'm trying to tell you that... What'd you say? Huh?
Well, I said that I'd take you down to the market and buy enough food for 2 months.
Jack, come on in. Your breakfast is ready.
You eat it. Bob and I are going shopping.
Hey, now, Now, wait a minute. You mean you have food in the house and yet you are going to let me try to buy some for you?
Bob, I was just going to teach you a lesson for being so silly. Now, come on in the house.
Hello, Mr. Crosby.
Hello, Rochester. Hiya, Mary.
Hello, Bob.
Hiya, Bob.
Hiya, Dennis.
Sit down, kids. Mary, pour everybody some coffee. will you?
Okay.
Make mine black.
Black? Dennis, I thought you always took cream. Why do you want a black?
I'm in mourning. My uncle died.
Dennis, you're kidding.
No, I'm not. He committed suicide.
Suicide?
Yeah.
Did he shoot himself?
No.
Did he hang himself?
No.
Well, did he take poison?
No.
Well, for heaven's sakes, how did he do it?
He bought a bottle of Stop-It and poked himself to death.
What?
Joke's over. Pass the cream.
You know, Bob, I think it's only fair that I warn you.
Well, warn me about what?
Before Phil Harris met Dennis, he didn't drink a drop. Everything happened after... There's someone at the back door. Rochester, give everybody coffee. I'll answer.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Oh, the man from the bakery shop, huh?
Yeah, I got the stuff that you ordered. Some donuts, some chocolate cake, some pastry, and a half a dozen cimarron rolls.
You still can't pronounce it, can you? Look, it isn't cimarron, it's cinnamon. Now, let me ask you something. Maybe this'll help you pronounce it. How are these rolls made?
Well, you take some flour, sugar, eggs, and do you want to know all the ingredients?
Now, look, it isn't ingredients, it's ingredients. Yes, I want to know all of them then.
Well, there's flour, sugar, eggs, shortening, and cinnamon.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Now, look, take your time. Think. Okay. Now, let me hear you say it.
Ingredients.
I don't mean ingredients. I'm trying to get you to say cimarron. I mean cinnamon.
Why don't you order something else? You drive me nuts.
All right, just give me my stuff. Thanks and goodbye.
Bye.
Jack, who is that?
Oh, that silly guy from the bakery. The fellow who insists upon saying cimarron rolls. Well, here you are, kid. You can have some of these with your coffee. They're nice and fresh.
Wait a minute, Jack. He's right.
What do you mean he's right?
Well, look at that label on this paper box. These are genuine Cimarron rolls, named after J.P. Cimarron, founder of the Cimarron Baking Company.
What?
These Cimarron rolls should not be confused with ordinary cinnamon rolls, which are made from entirely different ingredients.
Well, Jack, I guess that'll hold you.
Hold me nothing. That silly guy had that label printed himself just because he can't say cinnamon. He must be crazy.
Well, boss, there's one way of finding out.
How?
Ask him if he showers with a peeled potato.
Now, let's cut out all of this nonsense. Do you kids want the rolls with your coffee or not?
Oh, I'll have some.
So live.
Dennis, how about... Dennis, what are you stirring your coffee with?
My paper-made pen.
Dennis.
Well, don't worry. It's leak-proof. What? Joke's over. Pass me a spoon.
Stop being silly.
Well, I don't know how long Phil stood at Jackson, but I'm slipping. Get the ice.
You'll need more than ice before you get through with... There's the front door.
You want me to get it, boss?
No, I'll get it. All I did was shower with a peeled potato. The whole day is mixed up. Yes?
How do you do? My name is Martindale. I represent a law firm that specializes in settling estates and tracing legal heirs.
Legal heirs?
Yes. Does Mr. Jack Benny live here?
Oh, I'm Jack Benny.
Well, then it's very possible that you're the man I'm looking for. May I come in?
Yes. Have a seat, Mr. Martindale.
Mr. Benny, if you're the man we're looking for, an aunt whom you have never seen has left you a legacy of $5,000.
$5,000? Hey, kids! Kids, come on in here!
What is it, Jack?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, what?
You tell them, Mr. Martindale.
Certainly. We have reason to believe that Mr. Benny's Aunt Matilda, whom he has never met, left him $5,000.
Hey, that's wonderful.
Yes. Where's the money? The money. My Aunt Matilda. The money.
I've got the check right here in my briefcase. But first I'll have to verify a few facts.
Oh, of course. Go ahead, mister. Ask me anything you want. Good old Aunt Matilda. Oh, darn it. Excuse me. I have to answer the legacy. I mean the money. The phone. Hello?
Hello, Jack. This is Don.
Goodbye, Don. Call me back later. I'm very busy right now. I'm sorry about this interruption, Mr. Martindale.
Oh, that's quite all right, Mr. Benny.
Now, I'll answer any questions, and then you can give me the $5,000 my Aunt Matilda left to me.
Jack.
Huh?
Jack, come here a minute.
What is it, Mary?
Jack, Bob and I have been talking it over. If your Aunt Matilda never saw you, why should she leave you all that money?
Because she was my own flesh and blood.
Jack, if she had any of your blood, she wouldn't leave anything to anybody.
Oh, quiet. Okay, Mr. Martindale, I'll answer those questions now.
Very well. Mr. Benny, were you born in Waukegan, Illinois?
Yes. You see, Mary? You see, it's me.
And at the age of 6, you started to practice a musical instrument.
That's right. That's right.
And that instrument was?
The violin. I still play it, the violin. I play the violin.
Now,
the fiddle, the violin.
Yes, you graduated from Central Elementary School and went to Waukegan High School.
That's right. I played violin at the high school. Right.
At the age of 17, you left Waukegan, became an actor, and went into...
Vaudeville. I went into vaudeville. I played the violin in the vaudeville. That's
right. Mr. Benny, I'm sure that further questioning is unnecessary. I'm firmly convinced that you're the man we're looking for.
Where's the money? Where's the money?
Just a minute. Here's one question I neglected to check. How old are you?
39.
39? Well, that's strange. Every other answer seemed to fit, but the Jack Benny we're looking for was born in 1894. That would make him 59.
But, Mr. Martindale, it must be me. There was no other Jack Benny born in Waukegan who plays a violin.
I'm sorry, but the Jack Benny we're looking for, who gets this $5,000, was born in 1894 and is 59 years old.
Well, 59?
Yes?
Well...
This is a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Mr. Martindale, I'm sorry, but I'm not the Jack Benny you're looking for. I am only 39.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Benny. I was hoping my search was over. Oh, good day.
Goodbye, Mr. Martindale. Ya-da-dee-da-dum, da-dee-da-dum, da-dum, bum-bee-da-da-dum.
Jack.
Da-dum, dum-dee-da-da-dum.
Jack.
Da-da-da-dum.
Jack.
What is it, Mary?
I can't believe what I just heard.
What do you mean you can't believe it?
Jack, all you had to do was to say you were 59 and you would have gotten the money.
Uh-huh.
But by insisting that you were 39, you lost $5,000.
That's right.
I can't understand it. Why?
Mary, I may not be a spendthrift, but I know a bargain when I see one.
Bargain?
Where else can you buy 20 years for $5,000? Come on, kid, let's have some coffee and cinnamon roll. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes another program, and we'll be with you next week at the Excuse me. Hello? Yes, this is Jack Benny. Yes, Fred Allen is going to be my guest on my television program next Sunday, April 19th. That's right. What? Yes, he'll get paid in cash right after the show. You're welcome.
Jack, who is that?
The manager of the hotel where Fred's staying. Good night, folks.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, immediately following this radio program, Jack will do another of his television shows over the entire CBS network. And after his TV show, Jack leaves for San Francisco, where he opens at the Kern Theater tomorrow for a 3-week engagement. At the moment, Jack is at home taking care of last-minute details.
Rochester, I told you when you finished packing my bags to bring them down here to the den.
I'm sorry, boss, but I was on the phone all morning making all those phone calls for you.
Oh, yes. Did you call Miss Livingston and tell her I want her to pick me up in an hour?
No, sir.
Why didn't you phone her?
I ran out of dimes.
Rochester, haven't I told you that if you hit the coin box as you dial the last number, sometimes you get the dime back?
I know, but I can't reach the coin box.
You can't reach it. Why not?
The phone is upside down from you hitting it so much.
Look, Rochester.
We've got the only phone in Beverly Hills with a cauliflower ear.
Never mind. Anyway, I told Miss Livingston yesterday that I wanted her to pick me up. She won't forget. Now, are you sure you got my bags all packed for San Francisco?
Uh-huh.
Good. And I want you to carry my violin carefully so nothing happens to it.
You're not taking your violin to San Francisco, are you?
Well, certainly I am. Why shouldn't I?
Look, boss, 47 years ago they had an earthquake. Let's leave them alone.
Rochester, I can see this is going to be one of your witty days. And I don't like... Answer that, please, while I finish packing.
Yes, sir. Mr. Benny's residence.
Hello, Rochester. This is Bob Crosby. Is Mr. Benny there?
Sure, just hold the phone. It's Bob Crosby for you, boss.
Oh, thanks. Hello?
Hi, Jack. Yeah, I hate to disturb you, but I've got to ask a little favor.
Certainly. What is it?
Well, this is rather embarrassing, but, well, would you lend me $500?
What'd you call for, Bob?
Jack, I'm not joking. I need $500, and I need it immediately.
Well, look, I'll lend it to you, but let's be businesslike about it.
Well, certainly. I'm willing to sign a note and pay interest and everything.
$500. What have you got to put up as collateral?
Well, my home is paid for. That's worth $50,000.
What else?
I've got nothing else. I've got nothing else.
You said it once. It's all. That's pretty tough. Look, Bob, if you need money, why don't you get it from your brother Bing?
Well, Jack, I just hate to borrow from Bing.
Well, why don't you try to get it from the California Bank?
Well, I told you, I just hate to borrow from Bing.
Oh, that's right. He does own that, doesn't he? Yeah.
And besides, Bing is even worse than you about the collateral that he makes you put up.
Really?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I borrowed some money from him 15 years ago, and I haven't been able to pay it back, and he's still keeping my collateral.
No kidding. What did you... From Bing, what'd you give him for collateral?
Well, Wait a minute. This isn't a party line, is it?
No.
Well, no one can hear us, can they?
No.
And you promise you won't tell anyone about this?
I promise. Now tell me, what did Bing make you put up as collateral?
Well, I guess I can trust you. Mm-hmm. Gary is really my son.
Oh, stop. Well, Bob, let me think about it for a while, and I'll tell you what, call me back later, will you?
Okay, Jack.
Yeah.
What did Mr. Crosby want, boss?
Well, he wanted to borrow $500 from me.
No kidding. Who's going to be your orchestra leader next year?
Don't be silly. I never fire anyone just for asking. Of course, if it gets to be a habit, and that's probably Mary. I'll get it.
Oh, hello, Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello, Dennis. Come on in.
How do you feel, Mr. Benny?
Fine.
Is the radio show all prepared for next Sunday?
Yeah, it's all written.
Have I got a big part in it?
Yep.
That's too bad. I'm quitting today.
You're quitting?
Uh-huh. I'm going east for a tryout with the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Oh, fine. Last year you were going to swim the channel. Now you're going to try out with the Brooklyn Dodgers. The first place, you don't know anything about baseball.
Oh, yes, I do. Professional baseball runs in my family.
Oh, your father used to play?
No, my mother.
Your mother played baseball?
Sure, and she played for 3 years with the Bloomer Girls.
Oh, a girls' team. Well, that's different. What position did she cover?
My mother was in the outfield.
Right field or left field?
Center field, too, when she wasn't wearing a girdle.
Dennis, look. If I confess to you that I'm not 39 and admit that I'm really a tired old man, will you leave me alone? That's not too much to ask. Is it, kid?
No, okay.
Now, the first thing is to forget about trying out with the Brooklyn Dodgers. Let me hear the song you're going to do on Sunday's show.
Okay.
Dennis, that song is really beautiful. You know, not only is it a great tune, but, well, Dennis, I've got to tell you something. You've been with me 14 years now, and as each year passes, your voice becomes better and better. In fact, right now, I'll go as far as to say that today you're the finest tenor in show business.
When are you going to San Francisco? When are you going to San Francisco?
I know. For heaven's sakes, kid, what's wrong with you? Here I pay you the greatest compliment you've ever gotten, and you change the subject.
Well, my mother told me to ignore compliments.
Why?
She doesn't want me to be a big ham.
Oh.
Like you.
Dennis, if there's one thing that makes me mad, one thing, it's anyone calling me a ham. If anything, I'm too modest. Excuse me. Certainly nothing hammy about me.
Hello, Jack.
Oh, hi, Mary.
Jack, your sign fell down and I put it back up.
Oh, the no parking sign?
No, the one that says, Home of Jack Benny, world's greatest comedian.
Oh, yes, I put it up after the Academy Awards. Come on in, Mary.
Oh, hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mary.
Jack, don't you want me to drive you to the studio? I thought you were in a hurry.
Oh, I've got time. Besides, my agent is sending over a couple of acts for me to audition for my personal appearance in San Francisco.
Well, I thought your stage show was all set.
It is, Mary. I've got that wonderful singer, Giselle McKenzie. I got the Will Maston Trio featuring Sammy Davis Jr. and a terrific sister act. But we still need a short novelty for the opening.
But, Jack, I thought that act was all set. You told me you were going to hire Bosco, the famous talking dog.
I was, Mary, but I changed my mind after the audition.
Why, couldn't Bosco talk?
Oh, he talked all right. He had an amazing vocabulary, but he couldn't read the script. Anyway, I'm glad I didn't take Bosco. What a fresh dog. I don't want anyone working for me who calls me Baldy. I wouldn't stand for... Rochester! Rochester! Oh, I'll answer it myself. Yes?
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Huh?
I'm Sherwood.
Oh, yes, Mr. Coleman's butler. Come in, Sherwood.
This is not a social call.
Oh. Well, what is it?
Mrs. Coleman would like 10 pounds of sugar, 3 dozen eggs, 6 quarts of milk, 20 pounds of flour, and a pint of whipping cream.
Gosh, what in the world is she baking?
Nothing. She's just trying to get even.
Well, don't worry. I'll bring everything back.
Good. And if possible, bring it tomorrow?
Well, I'm sorry. I can't bring it tomorrow. I'm going to San Francisco tonight for a personal appearance.
Well, for how long?
Well, I open at the Kern Theater tomorrow, and I'll be there till May 10th. I'll be gone for 3 weeks.
Would you mind writing that on a piece of paper, rolling it up, and tying it with a ribbon?
Why?
This is Mr. Coleman's birthday. I want to give it to him for a present.
Gosh, I didn't know it was Ronnie's birthday. I'll go back with you and congratulate him.
Oh, no. Please, don't come back there with me.
Why not? Ronnie will be glad to see me. Come on, let's go.
No, please. Anyway, Mr. Coleman isn't home. He went to the movies with Mrs. Coleman. They went to see Ivanhoe.
Oh, yes, Ivanhoe. That's the story about a good night.
Good night.
Who was at the door, Jack?
Oh, that was Don Wilson. He had an act for me to audition.
Gosh, you're certainly going to a lot of trouble for this personal appearance in San Francisco.
Mary, it's not only San Francisco. I've gotten offers from all over the country.
I had an offer to appear in Las Vegas for a lot of money.
Oh, you think they offered you a lot of money in Las Vegas, eh? Rochester, tell them about the offer I got from the Flamingo Hotel.
50 cents a bundle, rough dry.
I didn't mean that. I meant that... Oh, for heaven's sakes, there's the phone again. Hello?
Hello, Jack. This is Bob Crosby again.
Oh, yes, Bob.
Say, have you thought over lending me the $500?
Well, tell me, Bob, what do you need the money for?
The usual thing. I've got to bail Remley out.
You have to bail Remley out?
Again!
Quiet, Rochester. What was he pulled in for this time?
Well, he was crossing Sunset Boulevard when the cop arrested him.
What was the charge?
Jay-crawling.
That's something new, isn't it? Jay-crawling? Couldn't Remley convince the cops he was sober?
Oh, he tried to. They gave him all kinds of sobriety tests. Finally, to prove he was sober, Frankie decided to walk a straight line, and that's when they arrested him.
Why?
It was up the side of a building.
I really ought to let him stay in and teach him a good lesson, but I need him for my show in San Francisco. All right, Bob, I'll lend you the money. But I wish you'd please tell Remley and the rest of the musicians...
Jack, I have to cut it short. I'm phoning from a pay booth in Hollywood.
A pay booth?
Jack, you could only get your dime back, not his.
Oh, yes. So long, Bob.
So long.
Well, who is that, Mr. Benny?
Bob Crosby.
What do you want?
Well, Dennis, this is a personal call. It doesn't concern you or any member of my cast.
Oh, I'm not a member of your cast. I'm with the Brooklyn Dodgers.
What?
You heard me.
Cut that out. And Dennis, I don't want to hear any more about you joining Oh, for heaven's sake, there's the door again.
I'll get it, boy.
No, I better go. It's probably for me. Excuse me, kids. Yes?
Are you Jack Benny?
Yes.
Your agent sent me over to audition for your show in San Francisco. I'm a singer.
Oh. Well, come in, Miss...
Charmaine Francois.
Charmaine Francois, huh? Oh, then you must have been born in France.
No, Pismo Beach.
Oh, then your parents were French.
No, my mother's Spanish and my father's Norwegian.
Then how come they gave you a French name?
When I was born, my head was shaped like the Eiffel Tower.
Oh. Well, duck down a little and come in. Look, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go into my study, and I'll give you an audition.
Okay, but no funny business.
Look, miss, that's where the piano is. Come in. Here we are. Now, what about your accompanist?
I always accompany myself.
Oh, you do, huh? Well, all right. Go ahead. Let me hear the audition.
If you see my darling with somebody new, keep it a secret, whatever you do.
Miss Francois.
Why should you tell me and break my poor heart? That foolish pride would just drive us apart.
Look, Miss Francois. Eiffel Tower. Miss Francois.
With some girl he
Ava Gardner.
no attention.
Look, Miss America.
Only keep it a secret from me.
I'm sorry, miss. That's not exactly what I had in mind for my opening act. Anyway, I already have a girl singer, Giselle McKenzie.
Giselle McKenzie? What has she got that I haven't got?
A nice round head. Now, Miss Francois, come on, I'll see you to the door. Goodbye, miss. It was nice meeting you.
Likewise, I'm sure. Hey, get away from me! Get away from me!
Leave her alone, Bosco. I didn't give her the job.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pardon me, miss.
Stupid dog! Ladies and gentlemen, in exactly 30 seconds, I'll be doing my television show. I hope that all of you people with television sets will tune me in. And those of you who don't must have a neighbor who has one. So on your mark, get set, go! Gosh, one man went right through his window. Good night, folks. See you in 30 seconds.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, Jack Benny is in San Francisco, California, where he's making a personal appearance at the Kern Theater. So let's go backstage where we find Rochester in Jack's dressing room.
There's no business like show business. There's no business I know. Every time they sell another ticket, Mr. Benny's blue eyes start to glow. But when he looks and sees a seat that's empty, the little teardrops, they start to flow. There's no business like show. Uh-oh, look what time it is. Mr. Benny will be off stage in a minute. I'll put everything he needs on his dressing table. Yep, that'll do it. There's the cold cream for his makeup, a washcloth for his face, a brush for his suit, and a comb for his morale. Let's see, what else? Oh, yes, his glasses. He always puts them on when he comes back to the dressing room. I wish he'd forget his pride and wear them on the stage. Yesterday, he did 2 shows with his back to the audience. That wasn't so bad. But when he took his bow, what a target. Even the manager ran up and kicked him. I haven't seen that many people on stage since Quo Vadis. Oh, well, I guess I better lay out a clean shirt for him. Yeah, this white one will be all right. I know Mr. Benny isn't a spendthrift, but I do wish he'd buy real cufflinks. Imagine putting a toothpick through the cuff and sticking an olive on each end. This even amazed me, and I've been with him for 15 years.
Hello, Rochester.
Oh, hello, boss. How'd the show go?
Oh, fine.
That's good. I'm glad there weren't any empty seats.
How did you know?
Your mascara isn't running.
Rochester, I don't cry when there's an empty seat. After all, I didn't take this personal appearance engagement to make money.
You didn't?
No. You may not understand this, Rochester, but every so often a performer must satisfy his artistic temperament. I'm playing these 3 weeks in San Francisco merely as a release for my talents. You understand what I mean?
Well, is this the same kind of release that your talents got from Warner Brothers?
No, this is something different. By the way, Rochester, where are my slippers?
Right here, boss.
Well, don't just stand there pointing at them. Take them off. Thank you. Now, Rochester, please go out and get me a sandwich with a corned beef on rye. And don't forget the mustard and pickles.
Okay, and I better bring back some olives, too.
Olives? Why?
The pimento fell out of your cufflinks.
All right, go get my sandwich.
Yes, sir.
See, I've got quite a while before I have to be back on stage. I think I'll freshen up my makeup. First, I better take this old stuff off. Now, let's see. Where is that jar? Oh, here it is. Yeah, that ought to be enough. Hey, this stuff really takes the makeup off. And in that fancy jar, no one would ever guess it's Crisco. I wonder if I should shave before I... look at my eyes. They're bluer than the thumb of a cross-eyed carpenter. I better put on some more makeup instead of talking to myself all evening. Come in. Well, if it isn't Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow?
With silver bells and cockle shells, and boy, are you a schmo. Got any more poetry you want to throw my way?
Never mind. But, Mary, did you catch my last performance?
I caught more than that.
Huh?
I was in the front row when you took your bow. Here, put it back on your head.
Oh, well, I'm glad you caught it this time. Yesterday, a lady brought it back and wanted me to autograph it.
Jack, you mean she kept your toupee?
She was a midget. She thought it was a mink stole.
You and your long sideburns.
Never mind. Now, look, Mary, I want to finish my makeup, so excuse me.
Wait a minute, Jack. Your jar of cold cream, it doesn't have any label on it.
I know.
Gee, it looks good. Smells good, too. Who recommended it, Percy Westmer or Max Factor?
Betty Crocker.
Betty Crocker?
Uh-huh.
But she tells you how to cook and fry and... Wait a minute. Let me smell that again.
What are you laughing at?
I never thought that Buck Benny would turn out to be the Cisco Kid.
Crisco Kid! She's even got it underlined. All I know is it works anyway. Come in. Oh, Bob Crosby.
Hi, Jack. Hello, Mary.
Hi, Bob.
Say, I didn't mean to keep you waiting, Mary, but I had a few errands to do.
Waiting?
Oh, I meant to tell you, Mary, I want you and Bob to sing a song together on my radio show.
Oh, I don't want to do that. After all, I haven't got the voice of a great singer.
Well, I've got the name of one, so let's take a stab at it. Matter of fact, I just got a letter from him this morning. You know, Bing is in Paris.
Oh, yes, I read about that. Gee, Paris in the spring. Gosh, how I'd like to be there. Say, Bob, wasn't it in Paris last year when Bing was taking a nap in the park and a French policeman arrested him there?
Yep, but this time he's taken some precautions to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
What did he do?
He bought France.
He bought France?
You're surprised, huh?
I didn't think Maurice Chevalier would sell. Well, so much for international news. You know, kids, I'm really getting a kick out of doing a stage show here in San Francisco. It's nice to get away from...
Here's your sandwich, boys.
Thanks, Rochester. Say, this is a nice thick one.
Yeah, when I told the man in the delicatessen it was for you, he put in an extra piece of meat.
Gee, he must have liked me. Put in an extra piece of corned beef, huh?
No ham. Not ham.
I heard.
Would you like some more mustard on it?
No, this is fine the way it is.
Gee, that sandwich looks good.
Sure does.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be eating like this in front of you kids. Oh, Rochester.
You want me to run across the street and get some more sandwiches?
No, see if there's an empty dressing room. I'll go and eat in there.
Don't put yourself out, Jack. Come on, Mary. I'll take you to dinner.
Okay, Bob, thanks.
You can come along, too, Jack.
No, thanks. I better stay here and relax. So long, kids.
Bye, Jack.
So long.
Rochester, I'll have to get dressed pretty soon, so lay out my clothes, will you, please?
Okay.
I think during my next show, there'll be some critics out front, so I want you to sneak out in the audience, and when I tell my jokes, laugh it up.
Again?
What do you mean, again? Rochester, I don't ask you to... Come in.
Hello, Jack. Hello, Rochester.
Well, Fred Allen. Well, Fred, this is a surprise.
Really?
When did you get in town?
Last night?
Last night? Well, why didn't you call me at my hotel?
You mean you're staying at one that has phones?
Well, no, but there's a candy store in the lobby that takes messages.
Oh, I see.
Gosh, it's good to see you, Fred. Tell me, what are you doing here in San Francisco?
Well, Jack, I'm here on business.
Business?
Yes, you see, Portland needs a mink stole, and I've heard there's a midget here who wants to sell one.
Oh, you were nearly as bad as Mary there for a second.
I had some of the fur in my mouth.
Say, boss, as long as Mr. Allen's in town, why don't you put him on your stage show?
Well, thank you, Rochester, but I couldn't very well go out on a stage now. I haven't got any material.
Well, don't you have any of your old vaudeville routines left?
Well, if I did, I'd be on television.
It'd be great if you could join me on my stage show, Fred.
Well, I'd really love to, Jack, but I have to rush back to Hollywood. I've been offered the lead in a new picture.
A new picture?
Uh-huh. No Dimension. It's a new thing that's coming out. When it comes out, you don't dimension the whole thing.
So far, that's better than what we've got written here.
But in this picture, Jack, I play the part of a test pilot in Los Angeles.
I see.
The picture is called Breaking the Smog Barrier.
It's a shame you can't stay over, Fred, so we could appear together. It'd be like old times.
Say, Mr. Benny, did you and Mr. Allen once do an act together in vaudeville?
We sure did, Rochester. We had a lot of fun in those days.
Oh, gosh. Remember, Jack, how we'd always celebrate with a big dinner at Lindy's every time we got a job?
Yeah, we'd always get the best. Shrimp cocktail, turtle soup, chef salad.
Filet mignon, stuffed potatoes, strawberry shortcake.
Then I'd top it all off with a big glass of Ovaltine.
Ovaltine?
Well, he wanted to be asleep when the check came.
Those were the good old days. I'll never forget the time we rehearsed and polished our act for weeks. And we went to see Mickey Rockford, the biggest booking agent in New York. Come on, Fred. I think Mr. Rockford's office is down the hall.
Hey, it's crowded in here, Jack.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to talk to the secretary. Miss, we'd like to see Mr. Rockford.
Do you have an appointment?
Appointment? Yes. We're Benny and Allen.
Benny and Allen?
Yes. Don't you recognize us?
Why? Is there a reward?
You don't understand, girlie. We do a vaudeville act.
Really? Which one throws the fish?
Say, that is clever. Miss, you ought to be in show business yourself.
Me in show business?
Yes. I know a magician who saws a woman in half. You'd look better in two pieces.
Take it easy, Fred. Look, miss, we don't want to argue. We'd just like to see our agent, Mr. Rockford.
Well, first I'll need some information. Now, what's the name of your act again?
Allen and Benny.
I thought you said it was Benny and Allen.
Well, at 2 o'clock, our billing changes.
Well, what kind of an act do you do?
Violin, clarinet, and snappy patter.
Uh-huh.
And where have you played?
Oh, all over.
Well, where?
Well, just tell her the important dates, Jack.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, we did a week in Sow Belly, Wyoming. A week in Loose Tooth, Arizona. 3 days in Stagnant Water, New Mexico. And we also played the Palace here in New York.
Sow Belly, Loose Tooth, Stagnant Water, and the Palace. Well, at least you worked your way up.
No, we played the Palace first.
Well, Mr. Rockford's busy right now, so just have a seat and I'll call you.
All right.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Allen, I don't mean to be personal, But are you an American citizen?
Yes, I got these slant eyes from pulling off a tight derby.
Come on, Fred, let's sit down.
Yes? Yes. Oh, very well, Mr. Rockford. Oh, boys, Mr. Rockford will see you now.
Good, good. Come on, Fred, let's go in.
Okay.
Well, come on in, fellas. Come on in. Close the door. Sit down.
Thank you. Mr. Rockford, I'm Jack Benny. This is Fred Allen.
That's right, Mr. Rockford. Remember, you booked our act in the Palace 7 years ago.
Oh, yes. What business are you in now?
Well, we're still in show business.
Yes, and we thought you could book us.
Please, fellas.
Our new act is sensational. At least give us a chance, Mr. Rockford.
Yes, all we need is one good break, you know.
I gave you a break when I put you in Lowe's Flatbush.
Some break. They opened with Fink's Mules, then Major Doty's Dogs came out, then Manny's Monkeys, then Power's Dancing Elephants.
So what?
Well, by the time we came out, we looked like the last two passengers on Noah's Ark.
Well, look, boys, I'm very busy.
Please, Mr. Rockford, just listen to our opening number. It'll only take a second.
All right.
Mr. Rockford, how about listening to our new act?
Oh, all right, if you insist.
Ready with your clarinet, Fred?
Ready.
Okay. 1, 2. Oh, Mr. Allen.
What is it, Mr. Benny?
Have you heard that they're making women's bathing suits out of spun glass?
Women's bathing suits out of glass? Well, that's worth looking into.
I'll take it, Mr. Allen.
If you will. You know, Mr. Benny,
Yes, Mr. Allen?
Oh, pardon me. I love music.
So do I. Music once saved my uncle's life.
Well, how did music save your uncle's life?
They played the Star-Spangled Banner just as he was sitting in the electric chair. Take it, Mr. Allen.
I'm interpolating, you know.
You don't have to finish it, you know.
Oh, Mr. Benny.
Yes, Mr. Allen.
I want you to meet my new girl. Her name is Well Enough.
Why do you call your girl Well Enough?
Because I want the boys to leave Well Enough alone. How about the finale, Mr.
In unison? All right. Well, Mr. Rockford, what do you think of it?
Wait till he gets his head out of the drawer.
Maybe he's looking for a contract.
Fellas.
Yes,
Yes, Mr. Rockford.
To tell you the truth, fellas, I'm confused. The whole act leaves me cold. It's neither fish nor fowl.
Well, that's funny. The last agent we went to thought it was both.
Well, Mr. Rockford, you mean you can't book us anywhere?
Well, actually, I don't have a thing open for a double. Have either of you considered doing a single?
What? And break up the act?
Why, we've been together for years. You can't split Benny and Allen.
It's ridiculous.
We're more than just a team. We're partners, friends, buddies. Why, we'd rather starve than let anything come between us.
Well, that's a shame because I've got an opening for a single in Scranton for $15 a week.
I'll take it.
Well, if that's the way you feel, I'll take it for $14 a week, Mr. Rockford.
Fred, you'd steal a job away from your partner, your buddy, your friend?
Some friend. What did you ever do for me?
Why, you puff-eyed ingrate. For years, we've lived off my violin, my brains, my talent, my joke.
And my money. And listen, you miser, as for your violin playing, I have heard cleaner notes from a toothless Russian sipping borscht. You are just lucky you've had me and my clarinet.
Clarinet? The only way you could make a living with that clarinet is if you put a nail on the end of it and went out in the park. Mr. Rockford, rather than let you hire this no-talented wage cutter, I'll take the job for $10 a week.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'll take it for $8.
I'll take it for $5.
Well, I'll take it for $3.
Well, I'll take it for nothing.
So will I.
Well, at that price, I can afford both of you.
Jackie, did you hear that? We're working. Fresh!
From San Francisco, California, starring Jack Benny with Barry Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, as you probably know, our little star is currently appearing here in San Francisco at the Kern Theater.
At popular prices. Continue, Don.
It has been said that Jack Benny has made more people laugh in this town than any other comedian.
That's right.
And now I'd like to bring you the man who said it, Jack Benny!
Thank you. Hello again, this is Jack Benny talking, and Don, considering that we're doing this show away from our hometown, I don't think that was much of an introduction.
Frankly, Jack, I don't care what I say about you.
What?
You heard me. Why should I say nice things about a man who's going to fire me?
For heaven's sakes, I'm not going to fire you.
Then why did you buy me a one-way ticket to San Francisco?
Because I couldn't get reservations back. Look, if you don't believe me, then get your own transportation back to Los Angeles and charge it to me.
Okay. I'm going to make reservations for my return trip on the TWA bus.
Bus? Look, Don, the TWA is an airplane. It flies.
Not when I'm on it.
That's right, Don. When you're on a plane, it's a bus. When you're on a train, it's a subway. You can change anything. Oh, hello, Bob.
Hello, Jack. Hiya, folks. Say, I'm sorry I'm late, Jack, but I was writing a letter to my wife, and I didn't notice what time it was.
Oh, that's all right, Bob.
I sure missed the family. I was so lonely I felt like calling June and having her fly up here with all the kids.
Well, why didn't you?
Oh, I don't know. 2 weeks in a hotel with my wife and 5 kids. Gee, that could run into quite a bit of money.
But, Bob, you're with me. If you miss your wife and 5 children, I insist that you call them and have them come up here. I'll pay for it.
The trip?
No, the call. Anyway, if you're lonesome, Bob, occupy your time. Go around. See the sights.
Oh, well, that's what I've been doing for the past few days with the boys in the band.
Oh, good. Are the fellows getting a kick out of San Francisco?
Yeah, but I think this town has Remley confused.
Frankie, confused?
Yeah. We were all walking along Market Street, and we came to the corner of Market and Powell, you know, where they turn the cable cars around.
Oh, yes. I've seen those turntables.
Remley took one look at it and yelled, "Hey, dig that crazy record player."
No.
Yeah. He stayed there for 5 days. He wasn't going to leave till they played Doggy in the Window.
Remley wouldn't leave. For heaven, what did you do?
Well, we got the motorman to bark 3 times, and Frankie was happy.
Well, that is one of the silliest things. Come in.
Hello, Jack.
Well, Giselle McKenzie. Hey, fellas, you know Giselle, don't you?
Oh, certainly, Jack. She's appearing with you at the Kern Theater here in San Francisco.
At popular prices. She's very good, too.
Say, Jack, I just dropped in to see if you had that arrangement for the new number you want me to try on Saturday's matinee.
Oh, my goodness, I forgot it. I'll tell you what, Giselle, I'll call my hotel and have Rochester bring the arrangement over to you.
Well, I'll be at the theater. Tell him to call my dressing room before he comes.
You have a phone in your dressing room at the Kern Theater?
Yes, I asked the manager for one, and he put it in.
That's funny. I asked the manager to put a phone in my dressing room, and he turned me down. I mean, what have you got that I haven't got?
Nothing, but I'm supposed to walk that way.
All right. Well, look, I'll go out in the hall and call Rochester. There's a phone booth out there. I'll be right back. See, that Giselle is a cute girl. So pretty, too. I think she likes me. Last night after the show, she came into my dressing room and ran her fingers through my hair. Boy, was she surprised when I walked in and caught her doing it. I think I'll have one made out of mink. Women love mink. There's someone in the phone booth.
Did you make your call, Jack?
No, there was someone in the booth. I'll call later.
Well, then I'd better run along.
Oh, just a minute, Giselle. You don't think the audience here is going to let you get away without singing a song, do you?
But, Jack, my contract with you calls for me to appear with you at the Kern Theater, not to sing on your radio show.
Oh, you're mistaken, Giselle. You see, the contract specifies that you're to sing on my radio program, too. It's the last clause.
Oh, so that's what the Chinese writing was.
Yes, my lawyer is one long loophole. Now, go ahead and sing, honey. That was wonderful, Giselle. I really want to thank you for appearing on my program. Oh, you want your money, eh?
How do you like that? I just took a wild guess.
You know, that's real cute, Giselle. You know, folks, we had the toughest time getting that Chinese line past the censor, you know. Anyway, oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, Jack. Hi, kid.
Well, Mary, how are you enjoying yourself here in San Francisco? Huh?
Oh, fine, Jack. But the funniest thing happened yesterday.
What was it?
I got on the cable car at the corner of Market and Powell, and when I gave my fare to the motorman, he barked at me 3 times.
No.
If you don't believe me, ask Bramley. He was lying right there on the sidewalk.
Mary, a man with his eyes closed is not a witness.
Oh, hello, Giselle.
Hello, Mary.
Giselle, have you been having a good time in San Francisco?
Oh, a wonderful time, Mary. I've been everywhere. By the way, have you been up to the top of the mark yet?
Well, Jack promised to take me up, but he still hasn't.
No, I'm a little afraid to go up there. I get dizzy, you know. So high.
Jack, it isn't.
He's talking about the prices.
Oh, stop.
Say, Jack, when are you going to get me that musical arrangement you want me to rehearse?
Oh, yes. Excuse me, kids. I'm going out and phone the hotel. When you say I beg your pardon, then I'll come back to you. When you ask me... Oh, good. There's no one in the phone booth. Now, let's see. What's the number of the Fairmont Hotel? Oh, yes. Douglas 28800.
Fairmont Hotel, Nob Hill, overlooking the bay in San Francisco.
Operator, I'd like to speak to...
Every room suited to your taste. Bachelor apartments, bridal suites, coffee shop, and spacious lobby.
Operator, I'd like
Elevator service, room service, tailor shop, jewelry shop, and radio in every room.
Operator, I'd like to...
Also, writing paper, pen and ink, and combination writing desk that folds up into a dresser.
Operator, will you please get me the number...
weekly rates, monthly rates, and traveler's checks cashed without question.
Now, look,
In San Francisco, the only place to live is a Fairmont Hotel, Nob Hill, overlooking the bay.
Operator, I'm trying to get...
I'm sorry, your 3 minutes are up. Goodbye.
This I don't understand at all. She's a Fairmont operator. That was my last dime. I'll have to go back in the studio and borrow one.
Did you make the call, Jack?
No, I had trouble with the operator, and I used my last dime.
Why don't you try using your first one?
Now, cut that out. Has anybody got a dime?
Here you are, Jack.
Thanks. I'll be right back.
What are you laughing at, Mary?
You know, Bob, Jack always has trouble wherever he goes.
Well, I didn't know he had any trouble here in San Francisco.
Oh, then you don't know what happened to him yesterday morning.
No.
Well, wait till you hear this. Jack was asleep in his suite at the hotel, and Rochester was getting ready to wake him up.
It's almost time for rehearsal. I better go in and wake the boss up. But then he's been doing so many shows, he needs a little rest. Hello, Mr. Benny's room. Star of stage, screen, radio, and television, but will work for anything that jingles, folds, or has a trade-in value. Who's calling? The hotel manager? I know this is a classy hotel. I know it has a nice clientele. Okay, I'll tell him. Doggone, Mr. Bennett's just got to stop hanging his laundry out the window. I don't mind in the winter, but in the spring, that long underwear looks ridiculous. Uh-oh, look what time it is. I better wake him up. My. Just look at him lying there so nice and peaceful.
Oh, Ava. Kiss me, Ava. Come here, Alana. Let me put my arms around you. Come here, Marilyn. Kiss me.
What a man. He lives like a lamb and dreams like a wolf. Boss, wake up.
Huh? What? Oh, it's you, Rochester.
Yeah, how'd you sleep?
Oh, not so good. That dog in the next room was whining all night. Imagine a dog being in the next room, huh?
Well, you better get dressed, boss. You'll be late for your rehearsal.
Oh, I've been so busy I forgot.
Well, I better call downstairs and order your breakfast.
Okay.
Operator, get me room service, please. Room service? This is Mr. Benny's room. Send up some grapefruit juice, small glass. Pot of coffee, small pot. A bowl of cereal, small bowl. And make out the check while you're in that small mood. And you better send up a couple of fried eggs. That's right. Okay, Mr. Benny, I ordered your breakfast.
Good. Now, Rochester, I want to wear my blue suit tonight at the theater, so please press it, will you?
But, boss, you know there's valet service in this hotel, don't you?
Of course I know, but what do you think I've got you for?
Me?
Yes, you.
Well, listed alphabetically. Attendant, actor, auto mechanic, barber.
Look.
Bartender, butler, bodyguard, bellhop, busboy.
Look, Rochester.
Cook, chauffeur, companion, charwoman, chambermaid.
Rochester. That's
I've
enough.
got more bureaus than the federal government.
Now, Rochester. Now, stop with that talk and start pressing my blue suit.
Okay. Doorman, dishwasher, dust.
Rochester, stop complaining.
You don't do so much.
All I know is, anytime somebody asks me to shake their hand, I got to put something down.
Now, you know that's not true. Anyway, I've got to... Come in.
Room service with your breakfast, sir.
Oh, good. Put it right here. Oh, good. Put it right here on the table. Gee, it looks good, and I'm really hungry.
There you are, sir, and here's the check.
Oh. Now, let's see. What? $1.40? Why, that's outrageous.
Want me to call your lawyer?
No, one long loophole is out of town. Waiter, how in the world could this be $1.40? Let's see, 35 cents for orange juice. Isn't that awfully high?
Well, you see, sir, we don't grow oranges here. They come from Florida.
So what? I don't have to pay for their vacation.
Well, I'm just a waiter, sir. I don't have anything to do with the prices.
Now, look at this. 2 eggs, 60 cents. Do you realize that's 30 cents an egg?
Yes, sir.
30 cents for one little egg. What's in an egg that could make it worth 30 cents?
Well, it's a whole day's work for a chicken.
That's a very old joke.
Well, I thought it was funny when I heard it last night at the Current Theater.
At the Current Theater?
At popular prices.
I know. Now, let's see. 20 cents for a pot of coffee. Well, that's all right. Hey, what's that extra quarter for?
Well, that's a 25-cent charge for serving meals in the rooms.
Oh, well, open the door. I'll eat it out in the hall.
But that won't help, sir.
All right. Darn, I didn't order anything to have with my coffee. Waiter, what would you suggest?
Well, we have donuts, Spanish pastry, French toast, and Cimarron rolls.
Well, never mind. I'll drink my coffee without anything.
Yeah, okay. Goodbye.
Wait a minute. Here's a tip for you.
Oh, boy. This is wonderful. This is marvelous. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're so very generous.
Wait a minute. I only gave you a nickel.
I know, but when you're not happy, just pretend. Get out of here!
What a silly guy. Now, Rochester, let's get... I wonder what he forgot. Come in.
Hello, Jack.
Oh, Mary, I thought you were the waiter. I didn't expect to see you till rehearsal.
Well, I came over because I wanted to see you alone.
Why, anything wrong?
Not exactly, but I was looking at the script for Sunday's program. And, Jack, I wish you'd tell your writers to stop writing things about my sister Babe. She's sensitive.
But, Mary...
Like the thing they've got in this script. I'm supposed to say that it takes Babe longer to make up her face because she has to powder her noses.
But, Mary, it's just a joke.
If they want a joke, let them make up something.
All right, I'll speak to him. Apologize to Babe.
And another thing. I noticed in going through the script you plan to play your violin on the program.
That's right. I'm going to play my violin.
Again!
Yes, again.
Oh, Jack. Nobody wants to hear you play Love and Bloom.
Mary, I've learned a new one. It's called Pretend. Now, wait, I'll get my violin and I'll play it for you.
Yeah, it is, boss.
Oh, wait. There's that dog again. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes another program, and next Sunday we'll be doing another broadcast from San Francisco. I want to thank Giselle McKenzie for appearing on my show tonight.
Well, it was a pleasure, Jack. And don't forget to tell the people about your stage show.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we'll still be at the Kern Theater for another week.
At popular prices.
Oh, yes, yes. Good night, folks.
From the Marine Memorial Theater in San Francisco, California, I'm Jack Benny. With Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis A., Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're broadcasting from the historic city of San Francisco. San Francisco, known the world over for its beautiful Golden Gate, its luxurious buildings, its extensive harbor, its gigantic and impressive bridges.
By the time he gets to me, I won't mean a thing. Now I know how Berkeley feels. Continue, Don.
If this were television, we'd show you several of these ageless wonders. But since this is radio, we can bring you only one ageless wonder, and here he is, Jack Benny!
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've only got 2 thank yous written here, but I say it 3 times. Hello again, this is Jack Benny talking, and Don, I'm not going to bore you out for that introduction. Not that it wasn't clever, but every time someone jokes about my age, it starts a long controversy.
Controversy?
Yes, I'm 39, and nobody can prove differently.
Well, I don't believe you're 39, and I'm going to check with the doctor who delivered you.
Well, you can forget it, Don. He died in 1900. Anyway, let's drop the subject. You know, there are plenty of other things to talk about besides my age. This is my final day at the Kern Theater, and I want to thank all the people in San Francisco for making me feel so at home. San Francisco is a beautiful city, and I hate to leave.
I don't blame you. When are you going back to Los Angeles?
Well, I want to go back on the Lark tomorrow night, but I just couldn't get a reservation.
Jack, I think I can help you with that.
You can?
Yeah, I don't like to brag, but I carry quite a bit of weight in this town.
Well, Don, would you mind repeating that?
I said I carry quite a bit of weight in this town.
Don, you carry so much... No, I won't say it. I won't say it. I've been doing good business at the Kern Theater. Why spoil it, you know? But I've been calling and calling about a reservation on the Lark tonight. Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, Jack.
Mary, I don't know what's come over me, but I've never seen you look so pretty before. I don't know, your complexion so clear, your cheeks so rosy. Have you got on your new makeup?
No, you've got on your new glasses.
Oh, yes. And Mary, I had these glasses made especially for San Francisco. Look at them.
Well, I don't see anything different.
Look closer.
Well, I'll be darned. Windshield wipers.
Yes, sir. Not only that, press the little button on the bridge of my glasses.
Holy smoke, built-in fog lights.
Yes, sir. There's nothing like... Mary, what are you sticking your finger in my ear for?
I'm checking your oil.
Oh, stop being silly. Huh?
Well, Mary, we'll soon be leaving San Francisco. Did you have a good time here?
Oh, just wonderful, Don. There's so much to do and so much to see.
Yeah, I get a kick out of everything here. Even the little things like the cable cars, you know?
What's so funny, Mary?
Well, I'm laughing at Jack talking about cable cars. I saw him yesterday morning on Powell Street.
What happened?
Well, when he thought no one was looking, he walked out in the middle of the street, stuck his finger in the slot, hooked it around the cable, and got hooked up the hill for nothing.
The way you read that, I didn't think I was going to get up the hill at all. Got hooked up the hill? Anyway, Mary, I just did that for a gag.
Oh, some gag. You were carrying 4 passengers.
Only 3 counted. 1 had a transfer. So don't be so smart.
Oh, I'm only kidding, Jack. You know, I'll be kind of sorry to leave San Francisco. We've been here for quite a while, and yet there's so many things that we'd all enjoy seeing again. The top of the Mark.
Fisherman's Wharf.
The Mint.
Chinatown.
The Golden Gate.
The Mint.
Wait a minute, Jack. Are you sure there's a mint in San Francisco?
Certainly. There are 6 mints in the United States. They're in San Francisco, Denver, Philadelphia, New York, Seattle, and New Orleans.
Oh, isn't there a mint in Washington, D.C.?
No, Mary. There are only mints in San Francisco, Denver, Philadelphia, New York, Seattle, and New Orleans. The one in Washington, D.C. is the Bureau of Engraving.
Oh, that's where they make the paper money.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, but I've never been in a mint.
Well, they are kind of hard to get into, you know.
Murray, if you want to visit the local mint, I can arrange it for you.
Well, you can, Don?
Certainly. I carry a lot of weight in this town.
Well, Don, that would be... Don, would you mind repeating that?
I was afraid of that, huh?
I carry a lot of weight in this town.
Don, you carry... No, I won't say it. I won't say it. I've got a good summer job at the maid company. I don't want to lose it.
You're right, Mary. Anyway, Don, do you think you can...
Oh, hello, Mr. Benny. Hello, everybody.
Oh, hello, Dennis. Dennis, I want to welcome you back to the program. We missed you last week.
Well, thanks.
How come you weren't on the show last week, Dennis?
Oh, I was sick.
Oh, yes, I received your telegram. But you never did mention what was wrong with you.
Oh, I felt awful. I had to have the doctor and everything. I had chills and fever and temperature and butterflies in my stomach.
No kidding. What'd the doctor do?
Well, he told me to stop eating butterflies.
You take them, will you, Mary? I tire easily.
Okay, Jack. Dennis, when did you arrive in San Francisco?
Yesterday morning, Mary.
Well, what have you been doing since then?
Oh, I've been spending most of my time in my hotel room.
Oh, have you got a nice place?
Yeah, I've got a room with hot and cold running.
Hot and cold running water?
I don't know. There isn't any bathroom.
Dennis, I know I'm silly to ask you this. And the only possible good it can do the program is that Remley might laugh, fall off his stool, and break his guitar. But I'm going to ask it anyway.
Yes, sir.
First of all, though I want to be sure of my facts, your hotel room has no water, no bathroom.
That's right.
Well, what do you do when you need a bath?
Keep away from people.
Well, I asked a stupid question and stupid answered it. Now, Dennis, how about singing your song?
Yes, sir. I'm going to sing Your Mother and Mine.
Good. Go ahead, kid. That was Dennis Day singing Your Mother and Mine. Very good, Dennis. It was excellent. And now, ladies and gentlemen...
I thought several of my notes were flat.
No, Dennis. They were fine. And now, ladies
and gentlemen... My enunciation was horrible.
No, Dennis. It was perfect. And now,
I thought my phrasing was lousy.
Dennis, why did you run yourself down like that?
When you're loaded with talent, you have to be modest.
Look, Dennis. Come in.
Telegram for Jack Benny.
Thanks. Here, boy, here's a tip for you.
Oh, boy, a nickel. Now I can go to the top of the mark and have coffee and Cimarron rolls.
See, they have those Cimarron rolls everywhere, don't they?
Who's the telegram from, Jack?
Oh, it's from the manager of the Kern Theater. It says, Dear Jack, you were right. Total attendance yesterday was 4,207 instead of 4,206. How you can count with that spotlight in your eyes, I'll never know. Of course, Mary, I was right. Anyway, Oh, hello, Bob.
Hi, Jack. Hello, everybody.
Well, Bob, our visit to San Francisco is about over. I suppose you'll be glad getting back home to your wife and children, huh?
Yes, Jack, but I'll kind of hate to leave. You know, it was right here in this city that I made my start in the entertainment business when I was just a kid.
Oh, I didn't know that, Bob.
Yes, Mary, my first job was singing with Anson Weeks Orchestra. I was just 15 years old, and I lasted one whole day. Then Anson told me if I could sound like Bing, he'd rehire me. So the next day I was back auditioning for him. I sang all of Bing's big hits like Blue of the Night, Please, I Surrender Dear, White Christmas, when the swallows...
Wait a minute, Bob. You couldn't have sung White Christmas. It wasn't written then.
Well, I know, but I was desperate.
Did you get the job?
No, I had a tough break, Mary. Right in the middle of the audition, my voice changed.
Gee, that's a coincidence. When I was 15, my voice changed, too.
Really, Dennis?
Yeah, it got higher.
Quiet, Dennis. Bob, what'd you do after you left Anson Week?
Well, I formed my own orchestra, but I had pretty tough sledding. Anyway, we finally landed a job playing at Forbidden City.
Forbidden City? Isn't that a Chinese nightclub?
Mm-hmm. We were billed as Chang Wu Crosby's Royal Mongolians and the sweetest music this side of the Emeryville mudflat.
Well, Bob, enough of these reminiscences. We've got a show to do. And that reminds me, hey, why did Remley miss rehearsal yesterday?
Oh, Remley? Well, Frankie went to visit his brother.
Well, couldn't he be gone the day before?
No, yesterday was visiting day.
Oh, Remley's brother's in San Quentin, huh?
No, Alcatraz.
What'd he do?
Nothing. He's just Remley's brother.
They'll get you on that every time.
You know, Jack, I'd like to visit Alcatraz sometime.
Well, Bob, very few tourists get to see it. You know?
Wait a minute, Bob, wait a minute. If you'd like me to arrange a sightseeing tour of Alcatraz for you, I can do it.
Really, Don?
Certainly. I carry a lot of weight in this car.
Don, I don't want to hear any more about how much weight you carry in this town. If I hear that once more, I'll... Come in.
Mr. Benny?
Yes?
I'm Mr. Jones of Southern Pacific Railway.
Oh, yes. You finally get reservations for me on the Lark to Los Angeles for tomorrow night?
No, sir, I'm sorry, but the best I can do is to get your reservations on Friday.
Gee, I can't see why the train should be so crowded tomorrow night. There are 16 cars in that train, aren't there?
Yes, sir, but only 2 of the cars are carrying passengers.
Only 2? What are the other 14 cars for?
They're taking back the money you made up here.
You know, that's why I want to be on the same train. I don't want to be lonesome, you know? Aren't there any other trains leaving for Los Angeles tomorrow?
Yes, sir, the Daylight.
What time does it leave?
9 o'clock tomorrow night.
Well, wait a minute. If the train leaves at 9 at night, why do you call it the Daylight?
I don't know. We're just a crazy, mixed-up bunch of kids.
I wish I could get on tomorrow's Lark.
I'm sorry I couldn't arrange that for you, Mr. Benny, but I do have some good news for you. I've got all the reservations for your summer vacation trip exactly as you planned it.
Your summer vacation? Where's he going?
San Francisco, Denver, Philadelphia, New York, Seattle, and New Orleans.
And, Mr. Jones, have my trip end in Washington, D.C. I want to see them print them, too. Goodbye, Mr. Jones.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Balzer. He's one of my writers. We finally gave him a part to read. You know, you can save a few bucks that way, you know. You know, sometimes Come in. Well, look who's here. Lieutenant Governor Goodwin Knight of California.
Hello, Jack.
Governor, this is a great pleasure having you visit us on our radio show.
Thank you, Jack, but I'm really here at the request of Governor Earl Warren.
Gosh, Governor Warren, what a coincidence. You know, the last time I did a show in San Francisco 7 years ago, he was my guest star.
I know, but that's why he sent me here. You haven't paid him yet.
Paid him? Why, I was sure I sent him a check.
Oh, Jack, I was only joking. Governor Warren got your check and decided to keep it as a souvenir. He had it framed and keeps it in his office.
But how could he get my check back after he cashed it?
Oh, he didn't cash it.
Good. By the way, Governor, I'd like you to catch my stage show at the Kern Theater. I close tonight, you know.
I've already seen the show, Jack. I was there last night.
Wait a minute. Last night, were you sitting in the 14th row right on the aisle?
That's right.
And you came into the theater about 20 minutes late?
Yes, that's right. How did you know?
That empty seat had me worried to death. You see, I'm working on percentage, and I need all I can make. After all, on April 15th, I had to pay my state income taxes, and I sent a big check to Sacramento.
You did?
Yes. Doesn't that make you happy?
Why should it? I'm not working on a percentage.
You're not, eh? Well, you ought to get a different agent.
Oh, Jack, just a minute, please.
What is it, Bob?
Well, excuse me, but I'd like to ask the governor something.
Well, go ahead.
Well, it's confidential, Governor. Do you mind if I whisper it in your ear?
No, not at all.
Well, Governor, I was...
I'm sorry, Bob. Tell Remley I couldn't help his brother. That's a federal prison.
Oh, well, then he'll just have to continue taking swimming lessons.
By the way, Governor, I'd like you to meet the rest of my cast. This is Mary.
Hello, Governor. It's awfully nice meeting you.
I've been looking forward to meeting you, too, Mary.
And last but not least, in my cast, my announcer, Don Wilson.
Hello, Governor. Hello, Don. Nice seeing you again.
Again?
Certainly. Don is very popular up here in San Francisco, and he's very important, too.
You see, Jack, you see?
Governor, you're not kidding me about Don being important, are you?
No, Jack. Don carries a lot of weight in this town.
He does? Huh?
Yes, especially around the Bay Area.
He's got gestures and everything. Well, Governor, I guess...
That's not a discrepancy.
No. Governor, I guess you've met my entire cast, huh?
Not yet, Jack. You haven't introduced me to Dennis Day.
I know, and someday you'll thank me. Believe me.
Jack, it's been a pleasure meeting you and your whole great gang. And if you're ever in Sacramento, call me up and I'll take you to lunch.
Lunch?
Well, if you haven't got time to have lunch, we can just have some coffee and cimarron rolls.
Yes, we will. Well, goodbye, Governor, and thanks for dropping in.
Goodbye, Jack.
I wish I could get him on my show steady. You know, he's such a sweet guy and so accommodating. But I guess we're going to have to get President Eisenhower on the program if we're going to help Remley's brother. I don't know. Anyway, it was nice of him. Hello?
Hello, boss. It's Rochester.
Rochester, I've been trying to reach you all day. Where are you?
I'm in Sausalito.
Sausalito? What are you doing there?
Nothing.
Nothing?
That's the main industry here.
What?
They got so much of it, they export it.
Oh, you mean things are kind of quiet over there?
Quiet? They just arrested a silkworm for disturbing the peace.
Now, wait a minute, Rochester. I didn't give you permission to go over there.
I know, boss, but I had a couple of spare hours on my hands.
Uh-huh.
And I was kind of lonesome.
Yeah?
And then I remembered I knew a girl over here in Sausalito.
All right, so what happened?
Main industry, nothing.
Well, look, Rochester, were there any calls or messages for me at the hotel?
Well, just before I left, the music critic from one of the San Francisco newspapers came to interview you.
Uh-huh.
So I told him everything I knew about your career as a comedian.
Well, good.
Then he wanted to know how you personally classified yourself as a violinist.
How I classified myself?
Yeah, so I told him that you thought your tone wasn't as resonant as it should be.
You told him that?
Yeah, then I told him you thought your fingering was clumsy and your bowing was awkward.
Rochester, why did you tell him that?
Boss, even when you haven't got it, you got to be modest.
I guess so. Well, goodbye, Rochester.
Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of the people of San Francisco for being so nice to me. I want to thank Lieutenant Governor Goodwin Knight for appearing on my show.
Oh, Mr. Benny, I'm mad at you for not introducing me to Governor Knight.
Why?
What a great team we'd make, night and day.
Good night, everybody.
Good day.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Let's go back to last Monday when Jack returned from a successful personal appearance at the Kern Theater in San Francisco. As we look in on Jack, he's at home going over some mementos of his theater appearance.
7,098. 7,099.
What are you doing, boss?
Oh, I'm just checking over the number of programs you sold during my engagement in San Francisco.
I thought I sold quite a lot of them.
Oh, you did, Rochester. And those programs made wonderful souvenirs. They had my biography and pictures of my entire life in them.
I know. Say, boss, in that picture on the second page, was that man standing beside you your father?
No, he was my violin teacher, and he had just finished giving me a lesson.
But why were you wearing that big floppy hat?
That's not a hat, it's my violin. The teacher just broke it over my head. He was very impulsive, you know.
Very impulsive, very impulsive.
Hello, Polly. I'm glad you're home from the pet shop. Now, Rochester, I hope you put away all the things I brought from San Francisco.
I did that this morning.
And did you do what I told you to do about laying out all my clothes and calling the cleaner to get them?
I did that, too.
Good. Now, go upstairs and make sure I didn't leave anything in my clothes. Go through the pockets.
Again?
Oh, you went through the pockets already?
Twice. Once with the hands and once with the magnet.
Well, never mind. Do it again. You take care of my clothes. I'll answer the door.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello, Dennis.
Welcome home.
Well, it's nice being home.
Good to see you again.
Thanks, kid.
I hurried over as soon as I heard you were back.
You did?
Yeah. Gosh, have I got something to tell you.
What, Dennis? What? What?
I'm quitting your show.
You're quitting the show?
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute, Dennis. What's wrong this time? Don't you like the material you get on the program?
Oh, I think the lines they give me are very funny.
Well, don't you like the short hours you have to work?
Oh, they're fine.
Well, don't you like the musical arrangements I get you for your songs?
I think they're wonderful.
Then for heaven's sakes, kid, what's the matter?
I don't like you.
After 14 years, you suddenly found out you don't like me.
I didn't like you when I first met you.
Look, Dennis, let's drop this silly talk. You can't quit.
Well, I'm going to quit.
Well, you can't. Your contract still has 41 years more to run.
Oh, boy, that's what I like, security.
Yeah, security. Now, let me hear the song you're going to do on Sunday's show.
Yes, sir. It's called If I Love You a Mountain. It's from my new 20th Century Fox picture, The Girl Next Door, which is 3D.
Oh, your picture, huh, Dennis? Yeah, I didn't know it was 3D.
Yeah, Dennis Day's delightful.
Oh, quiet. Now, look, let's have you... Hold on a second, Dennis. Hello?
Hi, Jack. This is Bob Crosby.
Oh, hello, Bob. When'd you get home from San Francisco?
Oh, who's home? I'm still up here.
Well, how come? I thought you were supposed to get back here yesterday.
Oh, yeah, but San Francisco has fascinated the boys in the band so much that I can't get them to leave.
Well, what's so fascinating to the boys in the band?
Well, Remley's absolutely amazed at all the steep hills in San Francisco.
What do you mean?
Well, it's the first time Frankie's been sober in the city cockeyed.
That I can believe. But look, when are you coming home?
Tomorrow. I tried to get the fellas to leave here tonight, but Bagby's giving a little party.
Charlie Bagby, our piano player?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of party is he giving?
Well, it's not exactly a party. He's invited the rest of the band to watch him jump off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Now, wait a minute, Bob. Wait. I know that Bagby has certain peculiarities. I can understand him wearing gloves when he plays the piano because he doesn't want to leave his fingerprints on anything. I can even understand him not wanting to ever sit in a chair because of the way his uncle died. Well, why should he want to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge?
Oh, he did it yesterday, and he liked it.
He liked it?
Yeah, he thinks those Whitecaps are Brew 102.
Look, Bob, this is all very funny, but a man doesn't phone long distance just to tell jokes. Now, what do you want?
Well, Jack, to tell you the truth, I've run out of money, and I need some to get back to Los Angeles.
Well, Bob, you don't need any money to get back here. All you have to do is get a road map, stand out on the highway, and motorists will pick you up.
Jack, a man in my position can't hitchhike.
Wait a minute, Bob, wait a minute. On second thought, maybe you shouldn't hitchhike. I'll send you the money. Where are you staying?
Uncle Dan's mission.
Oh, well, I'll wire it to you. So long, Bob.
Bye.
Okay, Dennis, let me hear your song, huh?
Yes, sir.
Gee, that song sounds great, you know? I don't know what it is, but your voice gets better and better. You know, you're not only one of the best singers... That kid gets sillier every day.
Every day.
Quiet, Polly. See, I don't know what to do today. I think,
Mr. Benny, it's nearly lunchtime. Would you like me to get you something to eat?
No, I'm not hungry. Maybe later.
Okay. By the way, what happened to Mr. Day?
He left.
Oh, then if we're alone, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
I want to ask you for a raise.
Again? Look, Rochester, you can forget it. I'll answer the door. Hi, Doll.
Hello, Jack.
I wasn't expecting you.
Well, I didn't intend dropping in, but I wanted to mail this letter, and I'm out of stamps. Do you have any left?
Oh, sure. They're in the next room, then. There they are.
Thanks.
Throw the folder in the wastebasket. Who's the, why are you surprised? Who's the letter? Who's the letter to?
My mother. I'm answering one I received from her this morning.
Oh, you got a letter from your mother?
Yeah, would you like to hear it?
Certainly. What does get lost little Sheba have to say?
Well, here it is. I'll read it to you.
Okay.
My darling daughter, Mary, just a short note to let you know that all is going well here on the farm. And before I forget, I want to thank you for the lovely Mother's Day gift. Your Aunt Sophie is breaking her engagement with her boyfriend. It's probably just as well she broke it off. Now she won't have to go and see him on visiting day anymore. That constant kissing through the wire screen made her face look like waffles.
Yeah, most women use pancake makeup. She just uses pancakes.
No other news. No other news except that I hope you saw your Uncle Willie on television last Sunday. He appeared on What's My Line and won $50.
Gee.
None of the experts could guess that he was a bum.
Well, good for Uncle Willie. He could use the $50. Also, the bottle of Stopette. Incidentally, he could also use...
Jack, please. There's a P.S. Oh, and it's about you.
Well, read it, kid.
Okay. Mary, I read in Variety that Jack really had a successful engagement up at San Francisco and made a lot of money. I'm so happy for him because this is what he always wanted.
Your mother can kid me if she wants to, Mary, but I had a swell time in San Francisco.
I know, Jack. We all did. Well, I better be running along now.
Wait a minute, Mary. I haven't anything to do this afternoon. Maybe we'll take a walk or something, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I can't. This is near the end of the season, and I've got to go downtown and audition for a summer job.
Oh, really? What company, CBS or NBC?
M-A-Y.
Oh, well, lots of luck, Mary. I hope you get what you want. Goodbye.
Bye, Jack.
Would you like some lunch now, Mr. Benny?
No, I'm still not hungry. Gee, I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to go play golf or just sit around.
Well, why don't you just relax and read a book?
Well, I've read all my books.
Well, you can go to the library and borrow some new ones.
Hey, that's a good idea. Rochester, you get the car. No, it's only a short distance, such a nice day. I'll walk. I'll see you later, Rochester.
Goodbye, boss.
Goodbye, boss.
Oh, say, that reminds me, Rochester.
Yes, sir?
This afternoon, I want you to give Polly a bath.
Again?
Yes, again. I'll see you later. My, but it's nice and quiet in the library. Peaceful, too. Oh, there's the librarian. I'll have to see her about getting a card.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
Yes, miss. I'd like to join the library.
Oh, you'd like to take out a library card?
Yes, and the librarian, too.
Now, if you want to get a card, you'll have to give me some information. Your name?
Jack Benny,
Your address?
366 North Camden Drive.
Your age?
39.
39.
Yeah.
You haven't worn well, have you?
Well, I worry a lot.
Well, here's your card, Mr. Benny. Now, as you know, this is a public library, and each book you borrow may be kept free for 3 weeks. However, for each day after that, we fine you 2 cents.
Oh. And if I bring the book back before the 3 weeks are up, do you give me 2 cents a day?
Of course not.
What a racket. Well, I can imagine, huh? Well, I better go find a book to read. Gee, you must have thousands of books here. Let's see. Here's one. It Takes More Than Talent by Mervyn LeRoy. Yeah, I read that. It's very good. Something about me in it, too. I wonder if that's the same Mervyn LeRoy that... No, I guess not. Here's another one. Return to Paradise by James Michener. Let's see what books they have under adventure. Hey, this book sounds exciting. How I Discovered the Insane Pirate's Buried Fortune. Or Dig That Crazy Treasure. Look at all the books on this shelf. They're all devoted to spaceships and interplanetary travel. I think I'll take this one. I Flew to Mars in a Spaceship. See, that sounds interesting. Maybe I'll sit down here and read it. I Flew to Mars in a Spaceship. Chapter 1. My name is Commander Buzz Corey. This is the morning of my greatest adventure. Today I will leave in my new spaceship for the only remaining unexplored planet, Mars. Everything is in readiness for the perilous flight. I waited for my navigator to board ship, the beautiful Captain Tonga. Finally, she boarded and said,
Hello, Commander.
Hello, Tom. As we readied ourselves for the flight, I couldn't help staring at her. She looked so beautiful and alluring in her new low-cut oxygen tank. Finally, I turned to her and said, Tonga, Let's make our last-minute checks before we blast off into space.
All right, Buzz. I'll call the items off. You check them on the chart. Power rockets.
Power rockets.
Stratosphere speed indicator.
Stratosphere speed indicator.
Liquefied jet fuel.
Liquefied jet fuel.
Buggy whip.
Buggy. Wait a minute. What are we doing with a buggy whip on a space rocket?
Somebody goofed.
Then Tonga threw the control switch and we were off. The terrific acceleration made us lose consciousness, and when we came to, we were in outer space. As Tonga navigated, I asked her questions.
What is the gravitational pull of the Earth now?
0.
And our speed?
I have her wide open. We're doing 99,000 miles per hour.
We should be doing 100,000. I wonder what's slowing us up.
You forgot to take the foxtail off the radiator cap.
Oh, yes. It cuts our speed, but it's sporty. Tonga, wait a minute. Why are you slowing down the ship?
There's a man standing up ahead with his hand extended.
Oh, yes. Slow it way down. I'll open the hatch door and talk to him. Hey, what are you doing out there?
I'm hitchhiking to Los Angeles.
Well, good luck. I'm going to Mars, but I'll be back in time for my television show.
Before we realized it, Mars began to loom up in our space scope. Now the crucial moment for landing was at hand.
Get the ship in landing position.
Landing position achieved.
Jettison the ballast.
Ballast jettisoned.
So far, we haven't loused up any of the words. Stop the ship. Old-fashioned sound man.
Tonga and I got out of the ship, the first Earthlings to land on Mars. As we walked around, we were amazed at the weird atmosphere. We saw a strange creature approaching us. There was life on Mars. As it came closer, I nervously gripped my disintegrator gun. Then this creature stopped, opened its mouth, and said,
Welcome to Mars.
We came from Earth. I'm Commander Buzz Corey, and this is Tonga.
Tonga?
Yes.
As our spaceship flew over your planet, we didn't see any farms.
We have no farms.
Well, where do you raise your animals and vegetables?
We don't have none.
Well, for heaven's sakes, what do you eat?
We have plenty. We eat irradiated air, powdered uranium, condensed hydrogen, and Cimarron rolls.
I could see I would get nowhere with him, so I asked him to take me to his chief. A few minutes later, we found ourselves standing in front of the most important person on the entire planet. Deferentially, I bowed to him and said,
Are you the leader of the Martians?
Today, yes, but I'm quitting your show tomorrow.
I stared at this Martian in amazement. On Earth, we had been led to believe that all living things on Mars had huge, tremendous heads. This one had no head at all.
You made a mistake coming here. We tolerate no strangers.
But we are friends.
Guards, get ready to kill these people.
You can't kill me. You can't. You can't. You can't.
Sir, you'll have to lower your voice. This is a public library.
Huh?
I said, lower your voice. This is a library.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I was reading this book and was carried away. For a while, I was in the 25th century.
Then I was mistaken. You certainly do wear well.
Thank you. I'll take this book home with me. I'll finish it after I do my television show. Goodbye. ladies and gentlemen, my producer is signaling me that I'm a little early. He means I'm a little early for my TV show, which goes on immediately after this radio program. But I'm a little late on this program, so I better say goodbye on radio, and in a few seconds I'll say hello on television. Boy, am I a crazy mixed-up kid. Good night, everybody.
Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Tom. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go out to Jack Benny's home in Beverly Hills, where, as you know, he lives alone with his butler, Rochester. It's 9:30 in the morning, and as usual, one is in bed while the other is in the kitchen preparing breakfast.
Now, let's see. Where are the eggs? Gee, it's so hard to find anything in this refrigerator. Maybe I ought to trade it in. I hear the newer models have a light in them. Oh, here's an egg on the bottom shelf. Pretend you're happy when you're blue. Should I have one egg or take two? One egg's enough. I just said two so it would rhyme. I think I'll scramble it. Let's see now. First, I'll break it into this bowl. Gosh, I'm weak in the morning. Maybe I better have my orange juice first. Yeah, I'll make some orange juice. Da-dee-da-dum-dum-dee-da-dum. See, that orange juice sure looks good. Now to get the seeds out. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'll go outside and... Nah, it would take them years to grow. Pretend you're happy when you're blue. Da-da-da-da-da-dee. Now, who can that be? Hello?
Hello, this is Roos's jewelry store in Beverly Hills.
Yes?
The diamond necklace with the emerald pendant you ordered is ready, and we can deliver it today. Please have your check for $12,000 ready.
Look, this is Jack Benny. You must have the wrong number.
Must have? I haven't been this wrong since I gave 2 to 1 on Walcott.
What reason would I have to buy a diamond necklace? It looks silly on me. Now to have my orange... See, that's funny. The glass is empty. Somebody drank my orange juice. And there's nobody in the house but Rochester. That's it, Rochester. Wait till I... Rochester, did you drink my orange juice? Rochester, you're not fooling me. Get up. Rochester.
I know I'm cute, honey, but control yourself.
Maybe he is asleep. I'll tickle him and wake him up. Rochester.
Oh, it's you boys. What a disappointment.
Now, Rochester, I made a glass of orange juice. I went in the next room to answer the phone, and when I came back, the orange juice was gone.
Maybe the mice drank it.
Mice don't drink orange juice.
In California?
All right, I know you drank it, but we'll talk about it later. Now get out of bed. I want you to drive me down to the doctor's office. I got to go for a physical.
What's the matter, boss? You feel bad?
No, it's just that my sponsor's taking out an insurance policy on me, and I have to be examined.
How much is the policy for?
$1 million. But if I'm killed accidentally, the sponsor collects $2 million.
$2 million?
Yes.
Boss, you better watch your step. I hear your sponsor's hobby is rifle shooting.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. He does his target practice on a range way out at Sunset in Westwood. I don't even pass there on my way home.
I know, but for $2 million, they can make a bullet that waits for you at Pico and Sepulveda.
What are you talking about? My sponsor just trying to protect his investment, that's all. Now hurry downstairs. Imagine him denying that he drank that orange juice. Got a good notion to make him stay in bed all day. No, he'd like that. I better squeeze another orange. Dee-dee-da-dum, bum-dee-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum, dum-dee-da-dum. Well, that does it.
Oh, Jack! Jack, are you up yet?
Huh? Oh, hello, Mary. Come on in. I'm in the kitchen. What are you doing here so early?
Early? I was here a few minutes ago. I came into the house, walked in the kitchen. Nobody was there, so I drank a glass of orange juice and left.
Mary, you drank my...
All right, here's a dime.
Here's the dime. Don't be so sarcastic. I made a terrible mistake. I accused Rochester of drinking my orange juice.
Well, that's you, Jack. Always jump to conclusions.
Always what?
Always jumping to conclusions.
I do not.
What about that morning you got out of bed and accused Rochester of taking your new suit?
Well...
Then you took off your nightgown, and there it was.
Well, that wasn't my fault. When I come home tired, he's supposed to undress me.
Well, anyway, I drank your orange juice, and you ought to apologize to Rochester.
Oh, Mary, I don't have to apologize. He knows I'm sorry.
He does not, and you've got to tell him.
Oh, Mary, I can't.
You can, too. Now, be a man.
Oh, hello, Miss Livingston.
Hello, Rochester. Mr. Benny has something to say to you.
Oh.
Jack, go ahead.
Well.
Jack!
Oh, all right. Rochester.
Turn around and face him.
Oh.
Go on.
Well. Rochester.
Yes, boss?
I'm sorry I said you drank my orange juice.
Jack, come back here!
I will now.
Oh, what a baby.
Well, I better get the car out. I got to take Mr. Benny to the doctor.
The doctor? What for?
The sponsor took out an insurance policy, and Mr. Benny has to be examined.
Rochester.
Oh, you're back.
Yes. Rochester, get the car now, and we'll go. Now, I've got to hurry. Well, I'm going to have my orange juice and then go. Rochester, did you get the car started?
Uh-huh.
How'd you get it started so fast?
Boss, when I know you're going out the next morning, I let it run all night.
Oh.
Jack, letting your car run all night, doesn't that burn up an awful lot of charcoal?
Not much. Well, come on, Rochester, let's...
Well, look who's here.
Hello, everybody. I came in through the kitchen.
Oh, hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mr. Benny, and thanks for the orange juice.
Oh, for heaven's sake. What do you think this is, a cafeteria?
Yes.
Look at kid, it's not just the orange juice, it's the principle. I'm trying to conserve food.
Oh, my mother conserves food every night.
Well, she deserves a lot of credit. How does she do it?
When it's time for dinner, she locks me in a closet.
Dennis.
But last night I got even with her. I ate the doorknob.
What?
Now every little thing turns my stomach.
Look, kid, I haven't had my breakfast yet. Leave me alone.
What brings you over here, anyway?
Well, I got a brand new arrangement for my song, and I thought maybe you wanted to hear it.
Well, do I have to hear it now? I mean, so early?
Oh, it isn't early, Mr. Benny. I'm up and dressed and out of the house at 5 o'clock every morning.
5 o'clock? What for?
The buses aren't crowded.
Dennis, where do you have to go at 5 o'clock in the morning?
No place, but I get a seat.
Here, kid, have a doorknob.
Jack, not in the head.
Look, Dennis, you sing your song for Mary, and she'll tell me how it is. I've got to have breakfast and rush away to the doctor.
Oh, I don't blame you. You look awful.
What?
Sing, kid.
You said it. I'll see you kids later. Goodbye. Rochester, we're awfully late. Can't you go a little faster?
Okay.
You know, right after I take my physical, we'll go down to the... Rochester! Rochester, they got me! They got me!
Get back in the seat, boss. That was a tire.
Yeah, I should have known. We're only at Pico and Roxbury. Rochester, you change the tire, and I can walk to the doctor's office from here. Let me see. His office should be around here. Oh, there it is. Doctors Fenchel and Gordon.
Yes, sir.
How do you do? I'm Jack Benny.
Oh, yes. You have an appointment for a physical examination.
That's right.
Well, I'll have to fill out this card first. Name, Jack Benny.
That's right.
Your address?
366 North Camden Drive.
Your complexion?
Ruddy.
Color of your eyes?
Lazy Lagoon Blue.
Your height?
5'10".
Your weight?
157.
Now, I'll just slip this band around your arm. There.
Hey, this is awfully tight. What is it?
A lie detector. The next question is your age.
Now, wait a minute. I don't need a lie detector to tell you my age. I'm 39. Look, a lie detector can be wrong, too, you know.
Well, Mr. Benny, if you'll just sit over there and wait, the doctors will see you in a minute.
Well, thank you. How do you like that, using a lie detector when she asked my age? None of the other nurses ever did that. They ask me my age, I tell them I'm 39, they put down whatever they think. I've got a good mind to absolutely...
Well, so long, Doctor, and thanks a lot.
Bob!
Oh, hello, Jack.
Bob Crosby, what are you doing here?
Well, they took this x-ray of me, and I just picked it up.
Oh. Say, what's the writing down in the corner of the x-ray? The name of the doctor?
Oh, no. No, it says to Brother Bing with love. I'm giving it to him for his birthday.
Bob, why in the world would you give Bing an x-ray for a present?
Well, he's got everything else.
Well, that's logical. Might I take a look at it, Bob?
Well, sure. Go ahead, Jack.
Let me see. Bob, nothing shows in this x-ray. Why is it so blurry?
Oh, well, you have to use Polaroid glasses. It's three-dimensional.
A three-dimensional x-ray?
Oh, the doctors like it better than the House of Wax.
No kidding.
Jack, what are you doing here?
Oh, it's nothing. I just came for an insurance examination. See, the sponsor's taking out $1 million policy on me.
$1 million?
Uh-huh.
Well, who's going to pay the $5 for the medical exam? You or the sponsor?
The Blue Cross. I found a loophole. So long, Bob.
So long.
Oh, Mr. Benny, the doctor will see you now.
Thank you. Oh, doctor. Doctor.
Well, Doctor, here I am.
Oh.
Hello, Bolton's Mortuary.
What?
I'm having lunch with Ralph Bolton.
Oh.
We're quite friendly. I throw him a lot of business.
I see.
Hello, Ralph. At 1:30 at the Brown Derby? Fine. Goodbye, Ralph. I like going out with him. He drives such a big car. And now, Mr. Benny, I'll get my associate in here and we'll give you your examination. Oh, Dr. Gordon.
Yes, Dr. Fanchel?
Will you help me with this examination? This is Mr. Benny.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Dr. Gordon.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Benny, will you please strip?
You mean undress?
Yeah.
All right. Doctor, I don't need the music.
I'm sorry. Our last patient was Tassels Latour.
Oh.
Now get behind that screen and take off your clothes.
Yes, sir.
When you're ready, Dr. Fanchel and I will be in the next room.
Oh, Doctor, I've been concerned about that call you made this morning. Any information yet?
Yeah, I got a report from Dr. Stanley, and it's all over.
What was the result?
She ran fifth, and we lose $4. I wonder what's taking Mr. Benny so long. Mr. Benny, you got all your clothes off?
Yes.
Well, then come out from behind that screen.
Well, gee, don't I get balloons or anything?
Here, just slip on this gown.
Yes, sir. There, I'm ready.
Very well. Now, Mr. Benny, will you please step behind this fluoroscope?
Yes, sir.
Contact. Well! There seems to be a round metallic object near your kidney.
Oh, that's a quarter I swallowed years ago.
Shall we, Dr. Gordon?
Why not? Mr. Benny, will you please hiccup?
Hiccup?
Yeah.
It's tails, Dr. Gordon. You lose.
What is this, anyway?
Now, hold still, Mr. Benny. We want to examine your stomach through the fluoroscope.
Yes, sir.
The spleen seems to be okay, and the pancreas is in the right position.
Yeah, but look at the liver.
The liver?
Yeah, what's that on top of it?
Well, I'll be darned. Onion!
69 cents at Rexall.
Now, Mr. Benny, drink this glass of barium.
You mean all that white stuff?
Yes, it's a harmless chemical, and when you drink it, we can follow its course through the fluoroscope.
Oh, all right. It tastes awful.
You drank it all.
There.
Oh, look, Dr. Fanchel. The barium has reached the esophageal entrance. There it goes over the cricoid cartilage behind the tracheal bifurcation and through the arch of the aorta. Now it's passing the esophageal hiatus of the diaphragm.
If it passes Pico and Sepulveda, it's death.
Now it's coming around the esophageal gastric junction.
What?
It's passing the kidney on the outside, headed into the home stretch. It's barium sulfate by 2 lengths.
Come on, native dancer!
It's barium by a nose. Native dancer is second, and here comes Tassels Latour.
Doctor, what is this? What's going on here?
Well, that's all. The examination is over. You can go now.
Well, thank you.
Oh, Mr. Benny.
Yes?
You better put your clothes on.
Oh, yes.
I forgot. I'll put my clothes on. A pretty girl is like a melody. Da-dee-da-da-da-da.
Oh, Jack, how'd your physical come out?
Oh, fine, Mary, but I have to go back tomorrow.
Why?
I forgot my underwear. Good night, folks.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lucky Strike radio show is usually rehearsed on Saturday mornings. And after the rehearsal, it's customary for the cast to gather in the drugstore across the street for a light lunch. As our show opens, Dennis and I are just entering the drugstore.
We're the first ones here, Don.
Yes, Dennis. Jack and Bob Crosby had to stay to discuss the music.
I'm glad it's not too crowded here. We can get seats right away.
Yeah. Where'd you like to sit, Dennis? Table or at the counter?
Oh, the table. It's too dangerous sitting at the counter when you're eating with Mr. Benny.
What do you mean, dangerous?
When the check comes and he runs for the door, he always knocks me off the stool. Let's sit over here at this table.
Okay.
Should we order our lunch now or wait for the others?
Oh, I may as well wait.
Okay. Hope they come soon. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
That's what I had for breakfast.
Hey, here comes Bob Crosby.
Oh, Bob, here we are.
Oh, hi, fellas. Jack will be along in a minute.
I thought he was coming with you.
Oh, he was, but he had to go back to his dressing room. He forgot his hat.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. It's spring. What does he need his hat for?
His hair was in it.
Oh, here he comes now. Jack, we're over here.
Oh, hi, kids. I didn't expect you to be at the table here. I thought you'd be sitting at the counter.
I'm still black and blue from the last time.
Sit down, Jack. I'll call the waitress.
No, let me call her, Don. I think she has a crush on me. Oh, Miss?
What do you want, Mac?
We'd like to order. How about some menus?
We haven't got any.
Well, how do we know what to order?
It's tattooed on my arm.
When you rolled up your sleeve, I thought you were going to hit me. I'll tell you what, I'll have a roast beef sandwich and coffee.
I'll have the same.
I'll have a roast beef sandwich, too.
What do you want to drink?
An oyster malted milk.
An oyster malted milk?
Uh-huh.
Dennis, that is absolutely ridiculous, ordering an oyster malted milk.
You're right. This month hasn't got an R in it.
Look, Miss, get him anything at all.
Okay, I'll bring him what he had yesterday.
What did he have yesterday?
Chicken soup.
Well, that sounds sensible.
With a live chicken in it?
Look, bring him anything.
Will that be all?
Oh, wait a minute. You haven't taken my order, miss.
Oh. What'll you have, Titanic?
Well, I'm really not very hungry. Just bring me what I usually have.
I can't.
Why not?
The fellow who helps me carry it in is off today.
Well, then just bring me a ham sandwich and a Coke.
Okay.
Say, Jack, I meant to ask you something. When do we go off the air for the summer?
Oh, Bob, we do our last radio show next Sunday.
Oh, gee, I hope I don't forget.
Forget what?
To wake Remley up and tell him to go home.
Yeah, don't forget. I don't want to pay the janitor for dusting them all summer. By the way, Bob, what are the boys in the band going to do during their vacation?
Well, Charlie Bagby's going back east to his brother's farm, and Fletcher is taking an auto trip around the country, and my drummer Sammy is going to Leavenworth for 3 months.
Leavenworth prison?
Mm-hmm. You see, he's Willie Sutton's summer replacement.
Well, I'll be darned.
Say, Jack, why wasn't Mary at rehearsal today?
I don't know. She didn't call or anything. Toward the end of the season, everybody does what they want to.
Gee, I hope the waitress hurries with the order. I want to go to the hospital and see my mother and father.
Your mother and father are in the hospital, Dennis?
Yeah, they have to have an operation.
Dennis, they both need an operation at the same time?
Uh-huh. The doctors have to get her fist out of his mouth.
What?
Yeah, and it's all your fault.
My fault?
Last week I decided to quit your show and I was talking it over with my mother.
Well, how does your father fit into this?
He took your side.
Oh, and that was when your mother...
Yeah, for years she's been telling Papa, one of these days, and this time, pow, right in the kisser.
Dennis, I don't believe one word of it.
Here's your grub. Here's your 3 roast beef sandwiches. And here's your chicken soup.
Oh, boy, just the way I like it.
I'm glad. Where you going, Bob?
Oh, there's a jukebox over here, Jack. I thought we might have some music while we eat.
Oh.
Let's see, what'll I play? Well, that song's his. That one is his, too. The next one. Yeah, and the one after that. And the one after that also. Well, it looks like I'll just have to give my brother a nickel. Hey, look, they got one of Dennis Day's records, Blue Gardenia. Hey, Denny.
What?
They've got one of your records on this jukebox.
Well, don't just stand there. Play it.
Okay, I will.
Dennis, I gotta buy one of those records. Your voice really sounds great on it. I mean, don't get me wrong, kid. Your singing is always wonderful, but it sounded even better on that record.
Oh, that's because that day I made it, I had an oyster malted milk.
Oh, quiet.
Well, everybody's finished. I'll get the check.
Oh, no, Bob. I'll take the check.
Oh, Don, let me take it this time.
Bob, I really think I ought to pay the check today.
No, Don, I feel that I should.
Well, I feel I should.
Why are you so quiet, Dennis? You cheap or something? Huh?
Gee, I was just going to ask you the same thing.
Well, you fellas settle the check. I'm going home.
Me too.
Gee, it's a nice day. I think I'll walk home. There goes Jimmy Stewart in his Cadillac. Hey, there goes Mickey Rooney in his MG. And there's Humphrey Bogart on his Jaguar. You ought to keep that thing on a leash. When you say I beg your pardon, then I'll come back to you. When you ask me to... Hey, look at that theater marquee. The new picture they just opened up. Fort Tie, starring George Montgomery. I wonder how many people know that George Montgomery's married to Dinah Shore. I found out when he slapped my face. Hey, wait a minute. This Fort Tie is one of those new 3-dimensional pictures. Gee, I haven't seen a 3D movie yet. The show isn't too long. Maybe I got time. Well, there's the doorman standing in the theater lobby. He ought to know how long the picture is. I'll ask him. Excuse me, sir. How long is this show?
I don't know.
Well, are they showing a double feature today?
I don't know.
Well, tell me, in order to see this 3-dimensional picture, do I have to wear Polaroid glasses?
I don't know.
You don't know anything. You're a fine doorman.
Who's the doorman? I'm in the picture.
Well, I'll see it later in the week. Gee, that 3D fascinates me.
Who's there?
Oh, it's me, Rochester. Were there any calls when I was gone?
Yeah, the phone was ringing all day. There were calls from Dorothy, Harriet, Hilda, Peggy, Ellen, Bonnie, Judy, Jeanette, Charlotte, Betty, and Mervyn.
Mervyn?
That one was for you.
Oh, yes, it must have been my friend, Mervyn LeRoy. You know, he just wrote a book called It Takes More Than Talent. And you know, Rochester, he's also a movie director. He's the one who directed Quo Vadis.
Quo Vadis?
Yeah, you know, I asked him for the lead in that picture, but he turned me down.
Why?
Well, he told me that in Latin, Quo Vadis means whither goest thou? And when I asked him for the part, he told me whither to goest. But he's still my friend. By the way, Rochester, did the mail come?
Yeah, but there wasn't much. Just a magazine.
Let's see. Oh, it's the new copy of Look. This article ought to be interesting. How President Eisenhower Can Play Golf in the 80s by Ben Hogan. You know, Rochester, that Hogan is a great pro. I played with him once, and he showed me how to take 9 strokes off my game.
How?
He told me to cut out 1 hole. A par 3 yet. Well, I think I'll go in the den and read it.
Mr. Benny, aren't you going to listen to the Indianapolis auto race? It's on the radio now.
Oh, gee, I'm glad you reminded me. I'll read this later. Gee, I hope I can still hear the race. It's usually so exciting. I wonder what station it's on.
Well, congratulations, Mrs. Smith. You win the jackpot, and for your prizes, you get 3 dresses, complete with shoes and matching handbag, a corsage of orchids, a complete set of silverware, a set of cooking utensils, a bridge table and chairs.
That wasn't the station. That was good, but that's not the station the races are on. I'll try this one here.
A double oven gas range, your home painted inside and out, a 21-inch television set, electric blankets for every bed in your house, a 2-week vacation in Hawaii.
Oh, that's not it. Now, let's see. Where's that race? I'll try this station here.
Pretend you're happy when you're blue. It isn't very hard to do.
Oh, no.
And you'll find happiness without a net whenever you pretend.
Not that station either. Maybe I passed it back here somewhere.
And that concludes today's exciting episode. Will Frank marry Elizabeth? Is Elizabeth still in love with Harry? Will Harry divorce Evelyn? Will Evelyn remarry her first husband, Stephen? Does Stephen know his wife is in love with Frank, who may marry Elizabeth? Tune in tomorrow to hear another chapter of The Crazy Mixed-Up Bunch of Kids.
Why can't I get the right station here?
Senores y senoritas.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
This is Station XYNO, your
races.
musical Mexican station. Today it is our pleasure to present some music from our sister country, the United States. And here is the most popular song in America today. Sing it, Pedro. Peppermint Patches leaf fruit. Buy a peppermint patch.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Why can't I get the races? Rochester, answer the phone, will you, please, while I try to get the races?
Yes, sir. Hello, Mr. Benny's residence, star of stage, radio, and television.
Rochester, you forgot about movies.
They forgot about him.
What?
They told him whither to goest.
Well, that I don't understand at all.
I'll get Mr. Benny for you, Miss Livingston.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Benny, it's for thou.
Oh, stop. Hello?
Hello, Jack. This is Mary.
Well, it's nice of you to call. You know, you missed rehearsal.
Yes, Jack, but I wasn't feeling well, so I went to the doctor.
Gee, I didn't know that. Is there anything wrong?
Well, the doctor isn't too sure, but he says I may have to have my appendix out.
Gosh.
And, Jack, the reason I'm calling is because an appendix operation is kind of expensive, and I thought you could help me.
Mary, you mean you want me to...
Why not? You took your own out.
That was an emergency. You know, Mary, I have a hunch you made this whole thing up just because you missed rehearsal.
Well, you're right, Jack. The reason I missed is because my family's here from Plainfield, and I was showing them the town.
Oh.
And I thought you would help me out. You know, they want to take a tour through a movie studio, and you might have a pull with one of them.
Well, let's see. There's 20th Century Fox, MGM, Paramount, Warner Brothers.
Keep thinking, Jack. There must be one you didn't make a picture for.
Look, Mary, I'm trying to help you. Now, I'll see if I can do something about getting your folks into a studio. Is your sister Babe going to be with them, too?
Oh, Babe isn't here. She stayed in Plainfield.
How come?
Well, Mom and Pop only had enough money for 2 bus tickets, so Babe decided to hitchhike.
Oh, did she get any rides?
No, she went on the highway, and she tried everything. She even pulled up her skirt and showed her legs.
What happened?
2 men tried to run her over.
No.
Anyway, Jack, I'm sorry. I missed rehearsal. It won't happen again.
Okay, I'll try to fix it for your folks to go through a studio.
Thanks. Bye.
Goodbye. Now, where did Rochester... Oh, I'll try to get the races again. Oh, no, you don't.
A 12-carat diamond ring, an ankle-length chinchilla coat, a pearl necklace, a brand-new convertible, a swimming pool installed in your yard.
Why can't I get the races?
And here come the cars down the stretch for the 14th lap.
That's it. That's it. I got it.
The 3 leaders are now coming past the grandstand.
Gee, they're going fast.
Now, let me give you the speeds the leaders are averaging. The Agajanian, 127.39 miles per hour. The Ferrari Deluxe, 127.38. And the Hudson Special, 127.40. This is excellent time for the Hudson when you consider its driver stepped down too far and is dragging his feet.
Well, how do you like that?
And here come the next 4 cars.
God, what a race! What is this? I must have 2 stations at once. I can't figure out a call. What is this anyway? What kind of a station? There's something wrong with my radio. What's going on? I'm not going to listen to this. I'm going to a movie.
How'd you enjoy the picture, boys?
Oh, it was fine, Rochester. It was pretty long, though.
I'll have your dinner ready soon.
Okay, I'll turn on the radio and listen to the news.
The Yankee Stadium, the Super Chief, the Empire State Building, Philadelphia, and a Hoover vacuum cleaner complete with Herbert Hoover.
What taxes that woman will have to pay.
Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, the Sportsman Quartet, and yours truly. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the last time this season, we bring you a man who for the past 39 weeks has either entertained or bored you with his comedy. A man who many of you will hate to see leave the air, and an equal number will jump for joy.
Don, look.
So here he is, folks. A man the whole world is anxious to hear, but on the other hand...
Never mind. Jack Benny, applause. Thank you. Hello again. This is Jack Benny, who thrills or nauseates you, as the case may be, talking. And just think, Don, this is the last time this season you'll be putting your blue-eyed boss on the pan.
Oh, that's right, Jack. Time certainly flies.
It sure does. What a season I've had. Radio every week, television once a month, stage appearances. Gosh, Don, I'm so exhausted I can hardly stand up. If I didn't have starch in my underwear, I'd fall right over. What what a season. Gosh, Don, remember that show we did in San Diego and then that weekend we spent in Tijuana? Huh?
Oh, speaking of Tijuana, Jack, didn't you borrow $5 from me during our visit there?
And then there was that wonderful time we had in New York and Boston.
I said, didn't you borrow $5 from me during our visit to Tijuana?
And then the 3 weeks we just spent in San Francisco. Gosh, what a city.
I said, didn't you borrow $5 from me in Tijuana?
Yes, and as soon as I get some Mexican money, I'll pay you back. I never saw it. Oh, hello, Mary. Am I glad to see you?
Hello, Jack. What are you yelling at Don for?
Well, in the first place, I didn't like the introduction he gave me. Let me ask you something, Mary. Do I bore people?
Certainly. Who said you didn't?
Nobody said I didn't. I mean, Don said I did.
Oh.
By the way, Mary, what are you planning to do this summer?
Well, my sister Babe is coming to visit me, and we're going to spend a couple of weeks at Catalina.
Oh, that's nice. You'll both get a good tan.
I'll get a tan. Babe dives for abalone.
Oh, yes. With her feet, she doesn't need swim fins. Oh, hello, Dennis.
Hello. Say, Mr. Benny, this being our last program,
How do you feel, kid?
Oh, I'm doing as well as can be expected.
What do you mean?
Well, who expects anything of me?
Nobody, believe me. Now, what were you going to ask me, Dennis?
Well, this being our last program, I thought I'd ask you for the $10 you owe me.
What $10?
Don't you remember? You said if I loan you $10, you'd take me to the burlesque show.
Dennis, I never took you to a burlesque show.
I know. After I gave you the money, you told me I was too young to see it.
Oh, that's right. Well, I'll give you the 10 after the show, kid. Now, how about you singing your song, huh?
Okay.
Oh, hold a second, Dennis. When I got here, there was a message for me to call Rochester. I better do it before I forget. It may be important.
That's okay. Go right ahead.
Say, Mabel, what is it, Geistin? Mr. Benny's line is flashing.
Yeah, I wonder what head of wax wants now.
Let him wait.
Say, Gertrude, I saw you come in with a lot of packages. Were you shopping?
Yeah, and my feet are killing me. But it's my own fault for buying such small shoes.
Well, what size did you get?
9.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
What's the matter?
Getting your foot in a size 9 shoe is like docking the Queen Mary in a lily cup.
Well, look who's talking. Get a load of your shoes.
Well, they're not so big.
They're not? Last year when we went on our vacation, every hotel we stopped at pasted labels on them.
Well, it's a natural mistake because my shoes are genuine cowhides.
Cowhide?
Yeah.
From the way your toes stick out, it looks like milking time.
The next time you talk to me like that, I'll tell you I'm
Operator.
Yes, Mr. Benny.
Well, it's about time, Gertrude. Didn't you hear me buzzing?
Yeah, but I've only got 2 hands.
Well, congratulations. Now, if it isn't asking too much, will you ring my house?
Yes, sir. You know, Mabel, I never saw a man like Mr. Benny. He has such a split personality. On the radio, he's one type of person, and in real life, he's an entirely different type of person.
Yeah, and I don't like either one of them.
I know what you mean. That man is such a pest. Every time we're out together, all he wants to do is go up on Mulholland Drive and look down at the lights of the city.
Well, that's romantic.
Romantic nothing. He owns stock in the electric company. Ooh, how he hates daylight savings time.
Operator, did you get my house?
Yeah, but the line is busy. I'll call you later.
Thank you. Dennis. Dennis, I couldn't get Rochester, so you better sing your number.
Okay, but I'm warning you, it's the last time this season.
Sing already. That was Dennis Day singing all by myself, and very good, too, Dennis.
Thank you, Mr. Benny. And before I go on my vacation, I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you how much I enjoyed working with you the past 39 weeks, and I'll be looking forward to being with you again in the fall.
Well, Dennis, that's very sweet of you.
So long, Mr. Benny.
Dennis, the show isn't over yet. What's your hurry?
I can't stand it here any longer.
Dennis, come. Oh, let him go. What a silly kid. I ought to call him back.
Oh, Jack, forget it. After all, it is our last show of the season.
I can't help it, Mary. Nobody on the show has any respect for me. Bob Crosby's the only one I can get a civil answer from. Oh, Bob, come over here.
You called me, sir?
Yes, Bob. You see Mary stir yet? Okay? Well, Bob, you finished your first season, and you've worked for me for 39 weeks now. How do you feel?
Hungry, sir.
Oh, wait a minute, Bob. Are you trying to infer that I don't pay you enough?
Well, Jack, you might not believe this, but I had a better year in 1943.
Who were you with then?
The Marines.
The Marines?
Yeah, you're not the first one that I've said sir to.
Oh, that's telling him, Bob.
Be quiet, Mary.
Yes, sir.
Oh, stop. By the way, Bob, what are you going to do this summer?
Well, I'm waiting for my brother Bang to end his season, then he and I are going to Catalina for the summer.
Oh, so you'll both get good tan.
Bang will. I dive for abalone.
Oh.
Well, if a big fish swims by, say hello. It may be my sister Babe.
Yes, for me, too.
By the way, Jack, I meant to ask you, who's going to be our summer replacement?
Well, starting next Sunday at this same time and on the same stations, Lucky Strike will present Guy Lombardo.
Who?
Guy Lombardo. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Sammy the drummer doing the boom boom. We woke him up just for that,
Say, Jack.
Excuse me. Hello?
I've reached your house, Mr. Benny. You may go ahead.
Thank you. Hello?
Oh, is that you, boss?
Oh, yes, Rochester. I got the message to call you. What's up?
I've got a big surprise for you, boss. I meant to tell you last night, but you were asleep when I got home.
What is it, Rochester?
I'm going to get married.
Married?
Yeah, you know how long Cuba's been shooting those arrows at me?
Yes?
Well, last night he hit me with a secret weapon.
So you're going to get married, eh, Rochester? Well, tell me all about it. How did it happen?
Well, the night before last, I went to a party, and there she was. I met her at 10:40, and at 10:45, we were engaged.
Well, that's pretty fast, isn't it, Rochester? You only knew her 5 minutes.
Well, it's amazing what you can do when you meet someone if you don't waste time shaking hands.
Oh, I see. Well, Rochester, this must have been love at first sight. I never heard you talk this way before.
Oh, yeah, boss, she's beautiful.
Really? Describe her to me, Rochester.
Well, boss, have you ever seen the sun as it sinks majestically into the waters of the tranquil Pacific?
Yes.
Well, put a sweater on it, and that's her.
You know, Rochester, I feel a little sad about this. You've been with me all these years, and now you're going to get a wife and set up housekeeping for yourself.
Oh, no, Mr. Benny, don't look at it that way.
What do you mean?
You ain't losing a butler, you're gaining a cook.
Well, right now, I sure could use one. Anyway, good luck, Rochester. I hope you'll be very happy.
Thanks, boss. Goodbye.
Goodbye. How do you like that? Rochester's going to get married. Oh, well.
Pardon me, Mr. Benny. I realize that I won't be seeing you until next fall. That's 3 months, so I decided to come back.
And you want to apologize?
No, I want my $10.
Dennis, I told you I'd give you the money. Now sit down and be quiet. What an ungrateful bunch. I'll be glad to start my vacation.
Say, where are you going to spend the summer, Jack?
I don't know. I'd like to go to London, maybe then go to Paris, Rome, Venice.
Jack, you wouldn't go to Venice after what happened the last time we were there.
Well, what happened, Jack?
Mary, it's not such a big thing.
Well, I'm going to tell it anyway. Well, we were touring Europe, and we'd been in Paris, and then from Paris we went to Rome.
Oh.
And while in Rome, we decided to go to Venice.
Oh, boy, I'll bet those canals in Venice must be fascinating.
Oh, they're wonderful, Bob. Anyway, we arrived at night and checked into the Grand Anelli Hotel, and the next morning I met Jack in the lobby. Jack, did you get the tickets for the sightseeing tour?
Yes, Mary, and the gondola will leave in a few minutes.
Signora Benny,
Yes.
I am the bel captain. The gondola for the sightseeing tour, she will be ready to leave.
Are we getting a nice gondola?
Very nice. There is one that leaves in an hour, but that one is more expensive.
Why?
On that gondola, the singer is Mario Lanza.
Oh, that's where he's working. I must tell Dory. Well, come on, Mary.
Gosh, Jack, what a thrill. You know, this is the first time I've ever been in a gondola.
Yeah, I didn't know it held so many people. I'm sure glad we came out on this sightseeing tour.
Oh, Jack, the guide is getting up to point out the places of interest.
Yeah, come on, Mary. Let's get closer to him. So many interesting things in Venice. I don't want to miss a word he says. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Jack, you're close enough to him.
Desidero molto discreto il famoso storici palazzi che c'è sul mondo, ma quest'uomo ha un piede soldio.
What'd he say? What'd he say? Huh? What'd he say? What'd he say? What'd he say? Huh? What'd he say? Huh? What'd he say? What'd he say?
E nel fatto se lo rompo il naso e me fa via e ancora i pezzi in piedi.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
Jack.
Just a minute, Mary. Say, Mister, do you understand Italian?
Yes, I do.
Oh, good, good. What'd he say?
He said you're standing on his foot.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll step back.
Jack!
Mary! Mary!
Oh, miss, shall I help you get him back into the boat, or did you push him?
Please, will you please help me? Here, Jack, take my hand.
Easy does it now.
There we are.
Thanks. Thanks, mister. Oh, boy, am I wet.
Per piacere non mettete dietro in gondola, uomo, faccio la mia gamba.
What'd he say? What'd he say, huh? What'd he say?
He said you're dripping on his leg.
Well, if he thinks I'm going to step back again, he's crazy.
Say, wait a minute. Aren't you Jack Benny?
Yes. Io sono più grande artista che il mondo s'ha visto.
Well, now, wait a minute. I thought you couldn't speak Italian.
What'd he say?
He said he was one of the greatest comedians in the world.
That he can say in Chinese.
Mary, please.
No, noi abitiamo il piazzo che è famoso perché là canta le gondolieri.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
He said we are now approaching the plaza, which is famous throughout the world for its singing gondoliers.
Oh, yes. Look.
You better sit down. Our gondola's starting to move again.
Gosh, I wouldn't have missed this trip for anything. It's so picturesque here in Venice.
Oh, Jack, look at those signs along the side of the canal.
Signs?
Yeah, I'll see if I can read them as we pass. Prendere un punta da uno che conosco. Talia tua Barbara, ma non tua naso. Burma shave.
Mary, where does it say Burma shave?
On that last sign. Burmata Radera. That's Burma shave.
Burmara Radera means Burma shave? Holy smoke, I better learn what these Italian words mean.
Why?
I had that on my strawberries this morning. I liked it. Well, I'll just have...
Jack, sit down. You're rocking the gondola, and we're getting into heavy traffic.
Yeah, just look at all those gondolas going in every direction. It's a wonder they don't bump into each other. What was that?
Well, it's that man sitting over there in that little boat. He used to work for the traffic department.
Well, what's the matter with him?
He went crazy trying to paint a white line down the middle of the canal.
Well, that is a problem. Why didn't he try watercolors?
Mary! Miss, are you sure you didn't push him?
Of course not. Now help me get him in the boat.
Okay.
No. Don't grab him by the hair. Here, Jack, here's my hand.
These boats are too narrow.
What do you mean too narrow? You even fell off the lurleen.
Only once. Gee, I'm cold. I think achoo!
Fatturare un coscia.
Thank you.
He said break a leg.
It sounds so nice in Italian.
Jack, look, why don't you just sit down and enjoy the ride like everybody else?
Okay, but gee, I'm so wet.
Well, it's your own fault.
Signori e signori, noi passiamo il famoso americano riunione spazio in Venezia.
The guy just pointed out the famous American rendezvous in Venice called Harry's Bar.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that. That's where all the Americans in Venice come for cocktails.
Oh, we must go there, Jack.
And say, Mary, did I tell you the wonderful joke I made up about Frankie Remley? I'm going to do it on our first broadcast next season.
Look, you're on a vacation. Forget Joe.
No, Mary. This will be sensational. Oh, on the program will be great. Now, get this. I'm going to say that when we were in Venice, Frank Remley went into Harry's bar and sat down at a table with one of the natives. Remley took a drink, and then the native took a drink. Then Remley took another drink, and the native took another drink. They kept drinking and drinking till the native couldn't see anymore.
What's so funny about that?
Mary, don't you get it? Remley is the first guy in the world ever to drink a Venetian blind. Mary, don't you get it? Venetian... Mary.
Here, miss, I'll help you.
Never mind. This time I pushed him.
Mary! Now, Mary, you made up the whole thing. That's not what happened in Venice.
Now, Jack, I didn't exaggerate at all. That's exactly what...
Oh, wait a minute. Hello?
Hello, boss. I got some more news for you.
What is it now, Rochester?
The wedding's off. I ain't going to get married.
Why? What happened?
My girl ran off and married another fella.
Oh, she didn't love you, eh?
Oh, no, she loved me, boss, but she married for money.
Oh, this other fellow's rich?
No, but he's got some.
All right, Rochester. So we won't have a cook. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, since this is the last show of the season, I want to take this opportunity on behalf of my entire cast to thank you for listening, and I hope you'll all be with us again when we resume broadcasting September 13th. Good night, everybody.